Right, so I've recently been down a bit of a rabbit hole with Rage. The windows are open, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, so you're going to hear the road noise. But I went down a bit of a rabbit hole of looking into Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Like a band I'm sort of familiar with, well, very familiar with. So basically, an old friend of ours ruined them for us. You know the music video they did where they played on Wall Street, right?
But I think they sort of ruined it for themselves because they were lying about everything. They didn't
Oh, yeah?
They didn't really do any... they didn't really believe the things that they said, really.
Well, I don't know about that, but look, you know the video they did on Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Right, like quite a heroic thing. They shut down Wall Street.
That was probably their best video, really.
It is, right? And it's sort of
really good song.
Kind of cool, rebellious act that they did, where they didn't stop playing, even though the man was trying to shut them down, you know what I mean?
You couldn't tell me that was for film. That was a choreographed thing.
No, it wasn't choreographed. It was directed by Michael Moore. He just told them, go in there, start playing. That's it.
That's good.
Right?
That's good. Yeah.
So, but my point was that I was watching an interview with Tom Morello about that music video, right? And he said at one point he sort of noticed an open door into the big Wall Street building, right?
Yeah.
And him and like some of the production crew ran in. Well, my point was like, okay, I get it. I get the sort of anti-capitalist message. What was Tom Morello going to do when he got in there? Start unplugging computers? And
like the stocks were like quite low. He's going to quickly buy, just run in and buy.
Like start drawing penises on Microsoft Paint, changing their wall. Like, what is he going to do that's going to quote unquote disrupt the system? I get they're trying to get a message out there, but like this D&D playing nerd with a guitar strapped way too high runs into Wall Street and just goes or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
He's told them.
I mean, he showed that. Like, what? Seriously, like, imagine what did he do?
No, I think like running in was probably his plan, and then when he was in, he was going to be like, "Oh shit, I just realised I haven't got."
Right, hi everyone. By the way, I don't agree with any of the stuff you're doing. Are you buying stocks? Stop it.
He's like slaps over like a plastic cup,
and then goes yeah, and then runs out again. All right, hello and welcome to Lucky and Wild, a podcast about fighting games and other video games, old and new, discussed, dissected and occasionally understood. I'm Harrison Hunt, and with me is Sean Hunt.
Go on in.
Okay, so we're going to be doing your feedback, the news, what we've been playing, our usual radio style segments in Getting Lucky and Going Wild, and then we'll do the maelstrom and take your listener mail. Not readers, you don't read a podcast. And today,
what about if we do like a podcast for the deaf?
Well, what we'll do is we'll record one of these and then type it up into a book.
All right, cool.
But I'm quite excited today, right? Because in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we've played the big new thing everyone's talking about. I think you know what I mean. It's a little open world racer set in Japan.
Do we ever do that? Wait,
we're doing it. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're doing it. Don't say what it is, but I think you know, listeners. It's an open world racing game set in Japan. It's the big... Everyone's talking about it.
Are they?
The reviews are through the roof. We're going to be doing that today. Oh, God, I'm excited for it. Are you excited?
Yeah, but like, I think it's fictional, though.
No, it's not. It's not fictional. We're going to be talking about it. It's the big one. But first, before we do anything, we need to do the shout-outs to the people on the Patreon who pledge at the playable character tier and above. Currently, just one person. It's your boy. It's Kate. She might be the coolest person who's ever lived.
She's the third member, man.
If she... Right, exactly. Kate, if you want to come on the podcast, please do.
You know, like the sixth Beatle was the manager, innit? You know
Exactly. If Kate went into Wall Street and got an entrance in, she'd do something, right? She wouldn't stand around slapping cups over like Tom Morello. She is a fucking cool person.
She'd go and make some coffee and then probably like steal some plastic
but then pour it down the drain because you don't need that.
Yeah, no, we don't want that government coffee. Yeah?
Exactly. Should we do some feedback?
Yeah.
What are you saying? The first one comes in from Kill Defences. He says, Donald Glover's dad isn't Danny Glover.
No, that's canon now, man.
It is. Do you know what? I think it's because we were talking about Donald Glover saying that he never owned any consoles and this, that and the other, and he grew up in a poor background. I think I'd heard once that Danny Glover was Donald Glover's dad and just never questioned it. I looked it up after Kill Defences set this in.
Good.
Donald Glover's dad... Right, he's not a Nepo baby. He didn't come from a rich background. His dad was a postman. His mum was a nurse.
But that, like, those that's Postman's a good income though.
Yes, but it's not director of Lethal Weapon income, is it?
No, but it's still like a better income than most of us.
That's
had at
exactly.
the time.
It's a better income than I get, which is nothing. So, listen. But I will say this: Kill Defences, never correct me again.
It is possible that he didn't, but I still don't believe it.
Who didn't what?
He didn't have an N64. He won an N64. I don't.
That's true. It's possible, but on a postman's wage, you can buy an N64. There was a point where they were $99.
I will say, sadly, his performance as Yoshi in Mario Galaxy was
very lackluster. It lacked the emotion we typically see in good Yoshi performance.
Well, his sadly was the best performance in that film because it was quite apparent that they needed sort of real voice actors to do.
Perhaps he was too busy thinking about his dad's movie. No, wait, no. His dad was not Danny Glover. I know this now.
All right, we've been corrected.
Okay, so Carty, so we're speaking about multiplayer experiences on the last podcast, and he recommended the Elden Ring seamless co-op, and I was a bit dubious, skeptical is the right word, and thought maybe it would run badly. But he says this, following up on my question, seamless co-op works really nice, to be honest. It was super buggy upon release, but now it's pretty stable. The more people you add, the more buggy it is. I think you should defo play it. Super easy to install. It's like a couple of DLL files. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We should play it. I'll tell you what it is.
We really need to do some of the co-op vids and that, man.
We do. But the only thing that puts me off is a little bit being on the low income as I am. The fact that I already paid full price for Elden Ring, and it very rarely goes below 30 quid.
Yeah.
And so I like paying for the same game again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We could probably pirate it. Well, I mean, not that we would.
No, not that we. Like in theory, someone could.
But you know, I won't say who it is. But every time I talk about a game and that I really want it but can't afford it, one of our listeners, shout out to you, right, sends me the pirated version. No, he's never done that, and we have never dealt in files like that. Just in case the FBI are listening, that was a joke, and it has never happened.
FBI. No, but
CIA.
I only like pirate games to demo them really usually, but then I'll buy it.
Use Steam refunds, bruh.
And I'll do that as well.
But I tell you what, though, do you know what? I do it so often on Steam. I play so many games and go, that's not for me, and I refund it.
It's quite dicey though. It's like
but Steam
you get a bit sweaty, like
on my recent
over the 2 hours.
You know when it sends you that email? Yeah. When you get close to 2 hours and you're not sure.
It's like an action movie.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, it's like fucking an episode of 24.
Yeah.
But do you know, I did it so often that on my last email that said you've requested a refund, Steam actually said, we've noticed a lot of refunds on your account. If you keep doing this, we will deny the refunds. So recently I bought something. I cannot remember what it was. I bought something sight unseen. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a PS1 style horror game, right? Yeah. And I booted it up and had no controller support, and Steam input was very, very difficult to set up. And I went, okay, fuck this. And I went to refund it. And
yeah.
I was really dicing with death there because Steam had sent me that email saying, we might not refund you. They did, thankfully.
That was sort of a boy who cried wolf situation because that one was actually a real one.
Well, it was. Yeah. But you know, a lot of times I would, Steam, don't listen to this. I will say on the thing, like, you know, buggy, it was crashed. It crashed, something like that, just to make it a bit more legit. But really, I'm just going, this game looks interesting, I'll give it a try. But obviously I did not do that with, the latest hot racing game set in Japan that people are talking about. I did not refund that one.
So, like, Gabe, if you're listening, put more demos out for games.
It's not him that does it, it's the publishers, Sean.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Right, Gabe, make people put out a demo on Steam. All right, that is it for feedback. Should we do some news?
Yeah.
Star Citizen hits $1 billion in crowdfunding revenue following the release of a $5,000 JPEG. Star Citizen, an open-world sci-fi space exploration game which has been in early access for 14 years, has recently hit $1 billion in crowdfunded revenue. 14 years. That's not early access anymore, is it?
No, I mean,
that's late access.
But then Project Zomboid is the same as well. It'll just always be early access.
I hate that.
Like once it's not early access, they're gonna they're probably thinking about disappointing people.
Yeah, I get that, but like at a certain point, you've got to admit that it's not early access anymore. You've worked on it for long enough. What it is, right? It's been 14 years. What the game is now is the game. Release it, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, look, and yet, okay, so they've got $1 billion in crowdfunded revenue, which is silly money, right? I don't think any game's ever hit
Who's
that.
spending that, man?
And yet the game isn't even fucking out. They've said they've had more time than most devs, made more money than most devs could ever hope to, and still haven't released a finished game. And in fact, this recent $1 billion milestone was hit as a result of people buying literally nothing. A promise whispered into the night. Because recently, Cloud Imperium Games, the developer, released a JPEG of a new ship called the Anvil Odin, and asked their users for $5,000 in exchange for, well, not a lot. Because this ship isn't in the game yet, but it gets worse. On top of paying $5,000 to look at a JPEG, players who want the ship also had to write an essay to apply to join the Odin Founders Club, because it was a, quote, limited vehicle concept pledge, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, but like it's a video game, so...
So you've limited it. You've limited it. Right?
Yeah, so I get to buy a concept of a vehicle that I could probably, like, I might not get. It's like a raffle for a...
They've hiked yeah, exactly, right? And you have to write an essay to apply. And they've hiked the price up based on it being limited, something they did.
Yeah.
They limited it. There's no limit. It's a digital item, right? It's like when Beyonce tried to get all of her photos deleted off the internet. You can't do it.
They're really trying to add like full cash value to these things that are in this game. Like a ship's going to be like £1 million or whatever.
By just limit. Yeah, they should do that. They should release a ship where there's only one of it. Put it down for $1 million. There you go. Yeah. Imperium. You can use that one for free. Would you spend $5,000 on a ship?
Well, on an idea of a ship that I might not get.
An idea of a ship. They've thought of an idea. Would you pay for that?
No, I wouldn't.
I've got loads of ideas. Imagine a ship with 2 cockpits. There we go. Give me £5,000, please.
Make a burger ship. I'll buy that in it, but like maybe for like £2.
2,000. You mean?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Oh, what? You're telling me I've come to J-Wick, they've sold me a Ribena, no fucking straw. I don't even want to suck that. Whose hands have been on that? Oh, it's fucked. Oh, you fuckers. You're telling me they've sold me a Ribena, no straw? Is that half price or what? Hello?
Hello, is that Jack?
It's Jack speaking, mate. I've got Ribena, no straw. What's happening?
Hironobu Sakaguchi says dumb shit. Akitoshi Kawazu claps back. So as many people have seen, a fan-made concept trailer that used AI to reimagine a modern Final Fantasy VI remake has been doing the rounds.
Yeah,
now,
it's sickening as well.
It made me sick. Yes, it's now fully. It's AI generated, right? Fully, and I'm not sure who did the prompt or whatever, but it was posted to Twitter by a user named Milk Choco with the following caption, translated badly by Google Translate. He says, "I really want to play it. 6 is amazing after all. I think I'll advance FF6 a little today." You haven't, mate.
You haven't done anything.
You've taken it back, if anything.
Yeah.
Now, Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi responded to this on Twitter saying, "What is this?" Then underneath that line, on a new line of text, which will become important later, "It's awesome." The creator of Final Fantasy has said this.
So, like he's using that to like generative AI makes us all poorer, so
yeah.
And it's
now you could
terrible
just go,
entertainment.
Sakaguchi's an old fella. Yeah. You could just look at it and say, okay, well, he's just not in the know about technology. He probably thought somebody made it, but then bear in mind, like,
it's a bit disrespectful though.
What is that?
Yeah.
And he probably knew it was AI, and I say this because his studio's last game, Mistwalker's last game, right? Fantasian used all sorts of cutting edge technology. Yeah. They used drones to scan in environments that they had modelled in real life into the game and wrote new technology to make it look decent, basically.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And so it's like he's on the cutting edge of shit and innovative game techniques. He knew this was AI and he said it anyway. Yeah. It's awesome. Now, it's remarkable that there are people who exist that are genuinely impressed by AI slop.
But I think he wanted to just avoid like conflict, innit?
But it could go either way. Either he didn't know it was AI, or he was trying to avoid conflict, basically. Yeah. But the best reply came from Akitoshi Kawazu, whose name I keep mispronouncing, the creator of the Saga series of games. Also a Square Enix RPG, who asked Sakaguchi to please stop at the first line, basically saying that when Sakaguchi said, "What is this?" that's an acceptable thing to say. But the second line of "It's awesome" It's not acceptable to say. Now, like you say, I think he knew it was AI.
Yeah.
And he still said it. It's a dumb comment. I mean, what is it like? Look, if Final Fantasy VI got remade by AI, it would be shit.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be terrible, yeah.
And I've got to admit, the one thing I did like about the AI thing, it's not impressive, but what I thought looked nice was the bits where you see Terra walking around the world. But what is funny about it is for some, like, Sakaguchi's looking at this going, it's awesome. If you've seen the fucking thing, there's a bit where Terra's walking around one of the cities in the game, and she's 9 feet tall for some reason.
Yeah.
She couldn't fit through one of the doors she's walking past. It's like, I don't know. See, and then the guy saying, I advanced FF6 a little bit today. Well, I don't remember Terra being 9 feet tall, but and not being able to fit into any buildings without ducking.
Well, you thought of some words, like a few words to put into like a search bar, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, cool. Well done. Listen, Sakaguchi, get with the program, bruh. Exactly. Xbox rebrands to Xbox.
What?
Now, I'm aware that when you say it out loud, it doesn't mean much because Xbox have changed their branding so that instead of capital X lowercase box, it's now capital X uppercase box.
Oh, I prefer that, yeah.
I mean, it's a big change. It really means a lot for Microsoft.
Is that the biggest news we got on Xbox recently?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't mean much, even now you've been given the context, right?
That's actually the biggest news we've had about Xbox for a long time.
It is. It's big, man. But you're right. It is meaningless. So the new CEO of Xbox, Asher Sharma, put out a poll asking if it should be Xbox or Xbox. Apparently, now, considering this is an audio medium, that's Xbox or Xbox.
Apparently, there's theories around that she's there to sort of set Xbox off into the sunset.
Or like a Viking funeral.
Yeah, like...
We're letting it go.
Yeah.
We've capitalised the name as one last thing of respect to Xbox.
And they're sort of slowly I don't know, like if that's the case, because we haven't seen anything yet, but maybe, yeah.
Asher Sharma, say daddy miss me, I got blame.
Nice.
Anyway, you excited for the new capitalisation?
Yeah, I mean that is good news technically.
Big shit. Anyway, she did put it to a fan vote.
Yeah,
but I think they should have done it where people can enter their own names.
Yeah.
And then vote on it. Because that would have been more exciting than just should it be Xbox or Xbox. If some people came out and called it the X sucks 3 shitty or something that would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been something. This is nothing. Right, Steam Deck goes up in price. Because of shitty generative AI like Street Fighter. Right, Sean has written this one. Yeah. And I notice you've just done it in a block of text, not sort of like bullet points.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You're a maverick.
Thanks, man.
Right, I'll start again. Because of shitty generative AI like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat matches that look far worse than the footage of the games, we have yet another price hike, and this time with absolutely brilliant Steam Deck. Sean, did a chimp write this?
How did I forget to put commas in that bit? Jeez. Sorry.
You did do a full stop there, to be fair.
Okay.
For me at launch, I got mine. Why aren't you read? Right, I'll read this.
Yeah, go on then.
But I don't. Right, just bear in mind.
No, I got the Steam Deck at launch.
Imagine I'm Sean.
I got the Steam Deck at launch.
For me at launch, I got mine, listeners, for £420. This is like a fucking Lisa mattress ad, which is reasonable given what it's capable of. An excellent price. Entry into gaming PC.
Like an entry point, price entry.
Right.
Price
You've done the words, but you've done them in a different order.
Yeah. The actual things in my mind were excellent. But
I'm sure they were.
It's a good concept.
You're a bit like the people that make Star Citizen.
Yeah.
The idea was very good, actually worth the money, but when it's down here... perfect.
Improving Final Fantasy VI.
Right, and it's as well. The sentence ends there, but you follow on with just a comma, and it says perfect price point to attract people and to make a tidy profit. But now the 512 gigabyte tier of its OLED handheld gaming PC, the newer model with an upgraded display, will now cost $789 or $649. So it's bringing it with an increase of 43% or £170. The larger 1 terabyte model will cost $949 or £779.
That's the one I got.
An increase of 46% or $210. You've got the 1 terabyte, have you?
Yeah.
Can I buy that?
No.
Okay. The thing is, right?
I do need it.
You're right.
Sorry.
The point is, it's not necessarily a hybrid console in the same way that a Switch is. It's a handheld one.
It's
right?
very handy to bring around to like friends' houses and stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
But my point is it's always been it's more like a classic handheld in that it's a mild compromise for a very competitive price. That was always the kind of selling point.
Definitely,
of it, right?
yeah.
And now you've got it, so it's like you're not even really compromising on the price.
No.
If it were me and I had £700, okay, a £700 gaming PC is not going to be that good, but I'd probably still go for that.
I would, yeah.
Or put it towards one and get one on finance, because for 750 quid, I don't think it's worth it.
Part of the point of it was the price, I think.
Yeah, I mean, because, man, I've had a bit of a shit time recently. I tried to buy one. My mate Katie was like, I don't want mine anymore. She wants to get PS5 because the new Tomb Raider's coming out. And I said, and she was going to sell me a Steam Deck for 200 quid.
It's one of the best consoles for a long time, I think.
I know. And like, she was going to sell it to me for 200 quid. She hasn't used it in months.
Have you still got it though?
Yeah, it's up on that shelf there. Yeah, I'm going to give it back to her on Thursday.
No, don't give it back.
Right, shut up. Listen. Because I went a different route. But I was looking online. People are selling them secondhand for 300-400 quid at this point because of the price hike.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I literally only have £200 to spend on it. And I was like, she was going to sell it to me. It doesn't work. But what are you saying? Look, the point is, it boots to a black screen. It turns on, but the screen is black and none of the UI is making any sounds.
I think all right. So I think what we should do is I should have a look at it, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll like get it repaired.
Yes. For how much would that cost though?
I don't know, but
see, it depends because it depends on what the problem is, right? It could end up being hundreds.
But I don't think it'd be hundreds. I think it'd be 800.
Well, look, anyway, that ship has sailed a little bit because I ended up getting a Retroid Pocket 6.
Yeah, nice, man. Sick.
So, nice. Do you know what it was? What I was going to do, and I was absolutely gutted, because I got it home. Yeah. Katie lent it to me for a bit to try out before I wanted to buy it, right?
Yeah.
I got it home. I was going to buy Mean and the Hollower, the new Yacht Club Games game. And that was going to be my first thing I wanted to buy on there, right? Mm. But majority of what I play on handhelds is JRPGs. And most of them haven't been good for 20 years.
What, JRPGs?
We've had a couple of good ones recently, but
Dragon Quest was the last good one. Oh no, actually, Metaphor. But that was good. That had been a long time between.
Yeah, like I'd say Metaphor, the Like a Dragon games,
yeah.
Dragon Quest 11, which wasn't out like 10 years ago at this point, and I've got the definitive edition on Switch anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got it on everything. I've got it on PCs, PS4. My point is,
it's solid like 10 or 12 years ago.
I'm happy to have the compromise and be like, okay, I'm going to play any new JRPGs on my PC or on my laptop, but I've got the Retroid Pocket 6, which is like which can emulate all GameCube, all PS2. Completely comfortably.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Congratulations.
So my first thing that I'm going to do on it is I've got a bit of a toss up.
How much you buy it for, first of all?
200 quid.
All right.
Yeah.
I might buy one then.
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing because it's basically I just wanted a worry-free emulation device. My old one was top of the line when I got it, right? Yeah. But it only emulates a handful of PS2 games. The reason being, we've gone way off track here, but the reason being is that Ether SX2, which is the Android PS2 emulation thing, the development of it was entirely overseen by one person.
Yeah.
So what he did is he went and made all of the hits that people wanted to play. He made them work, and then there was a point where he said, "My life's got busy. I can't deal with this anymore." Right, which is sometimes the case of emulation, and it's kind of sad. But it's funny because that happened, and so you can play like Final Fantasy X, which is like a pretty, I don't know, graphically intensive game for the PS2. Will work fine on the Anbernic RG405, I think is the one I've got.
Apparently PS2's come back though, isn't it? It's like...
Well, I tried to play Dragon Quest 8 on there, and because it's not the most popular one, it's really laggy.
Oh, okay.
But this one, apparently, this new one, the Retroid Pocket 6, it runs on the same hardware as the old Anbernic, as the Anbernic devices. They basically are the same. But, the thing is, what it will do is... it's got enough power to where you can just chuck any PS2 game at it and it'll work. Because I was trying to play Shadow Hearts on my old one, it didn't work, but for some reason Shadow Hearts Covenant, the sequel, worked perfectly. I don't know why. So this one should be able to throw enough power at
like
any
brute
PS2
force
game.
as a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You might have to tinker with the settings a little bit, but more or less, I was watching some people testing it, and there was a guy testing. He just did 100 PS2 games tested on the Retroid Pocket 5, and it was like every single one worked flawlessly, and he'd upscaled them all by 3 times to like 1080p or whatever 3 times would be. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and I thought that actually for my use case, and I get a brand new device instead of a pre-owned one, so I'll just give that back to Katie, she can fix it. But yeah, Retroid Pocket 6, I'll probably have more to say on that next time. But yeah. Well good. Nice. Well good for 200 quid. That is it for news. Shall we get into what we've been playing?
Yeah, man.
What's your game?
All right, so Guilty Gear 2.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear 2.0 update. We spoke about Guilty Gear 2.0 on the last podcast. We said, it's our current fighting game, right?
Yeah.
And actually, the landscape for it is the best one out there. It's got good matchmaking. It's not necessarily balanced, but they've made it fun and really, really good. Where the game before was just about one person doing a touch of death combo before the other person could.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's fair to say.
Yeah.
Now, since the 2.0 update and since the last podcast, we've had a month with the game, and usually on this podcast, how that goes, like with 2XKO and Virtua Fighter, we spend a month with a game we think is good and we discover it's shit. We've had a month with this game, and I'm still loving it. I've got 120 hours in it now, and I think it's absolutely brilliant.
I haven't played it in like probably a couple of weeks, but
I had
looking forward to getting back into it, man.
I had a week off to play something that we'll get into later, but I've been pretty steadily playing it even during my week off, where I was playing with some of the people from uni and still playing. I played at least an hour of ranked matches a day, just to keep my skills up. I tell you what it is. I feel like there was this thing that, like, when we first started playing the 2.0 update, where I was like, it seems like they're taking the bullshit out, and I still feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain characters that have bullshit mechanics that are kind of annoying.
Well, there's things.
Elfelt, for example.
Well, you got like Queen Dizzy and like Happy
Chaos.
Happy Chaos.
Yes, so Happy Chaos is like, he has something that is never done in fighting games, which is he has a projectile that is
It can be locked
I think
onto
what you call it, it's
people.
like hit scan. It's hit scan, right? So like the sniper in CS2, it's insane. But in fairness to the devs of Guilty Gear, you have to reload, right?
Yeah.
He has his entire heavy slash
It's really
button.
quick though.
His entire heavy slash button is based around reloading. So he loses an entire attack button in favor of reloading. But yes, there was an exploit that was very quickly figured out with Happy Chaos, where you could there's a move where you can crash all the bullets at once in your chamber to spread across like half the screen and basically keep them stun locked in a corner by quickly reloading, crashing, and then somebody brought it to a tournament.
Yeah.
So it was an official Guilty Gear tournament, and he brought it to the tournament and just played Happy Chaos. Did that technique over and over again to keep people locked in the corner.
To annoy the devs.
Yes, he actually said that. He said someone had to do it to signify to the devs that this was a problem.
Yeah.
Right? He won a tournament using that technique to demonstrate to them that it was a problem. And to be fair, the developers came out instantly and said, yes, we know we need to fix it, but we're not going to do it until after Evo, because you can't drop a new patch
that's
2
fair.
weeks. And that's completely fair.
But it's going to be Happy Chaos versus Happy Chaos at Evo.
Yes. That said, Happy Chaos is like a very high execution very difficult to use, very nuanced character.
I would love if he was actually just like a balanced character, and that was the case though, because it would be very rewarding still. Like he could still get stuff off, but
No, he's a fun character. He's a fun character,
like,
but it's just that the patch made that one move shit for now.
Yeah,
And they're gonna patch
But that's
out.
everything, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was to be expected that somebody would find an exploit, but that bad. But that said, because of the nature of the character and him being kind of difficult to use, you don't see many people using them online.
Not really, no.
But pros will figure that shit out and use it.
Whereas like Queen Dizzy, like everyone can use her.
Oh, like to be honest, I used her in a couple of matches against you, and my critique was that she's a brain dead character.
Yeah.
She's a zoner and she can just fill up the screen.
And she's got an ice move as well.
But like to turn the floor into ice.
Yeah.
Especially if your character has any move that does a dash. Like, that said, there are ways to get around Queen Dizzy, and I think I've got it figured out.
Yeah.
No joke, I think I've got it figured out. And it's basically like, you will spend the majority of the game getting slapped about, and you will get with Queen Dizzy like doing all of her zoning shit, never coming near you and just filling up the screen with projectiles. What you've got to do, if you just get in once, she's fucked. End of story. And I've noticed Queen Dizzy games, if I play against her, I just go fully patient. I don't try to rush getting in there. I just sit back, I block, I wait for an opportunity. And once I'm in there, there's nothing she can do.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's what I do as
and
well.
so it's not as hard as it seems. But when you first fight a character, somebody using Queen Dizzy, and you're trying to get in and do something, when you realise that actually the touch of death for Queen Dizzy is when you get there and do something, right? So it's actually not as bad as on the surface. It seems like, you know what I mean? Because like it's not. Yes, she's going to keep you away for the most of the game. But if you just get in once, it's over.
Yeah.
End of story. Yeah, like, I don't know. That was kind of annoying. Nagariyuki is like clearly really, really high tier, and all of his attacks do really loads of damage.
He's just like just powerful though. He's not like cheap.
He doesn't have a dash.
Yeah.
So it's fair.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think the game is perfectly balanced, but it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's some good characters. There's a lot of good characters though.
But do you feel like, in a way that Street Fighter was very bland and did focus on having everyone sort of equally balanced, do you feel like with Guilty Gear, when you play it, you're having fun? You're making good, meaningful decisions?
Yeah, but you could have both, like Street Fighter 2, I guess, innit? But
Yes.
I think, to be fair, like in Guilty Gear's defence, there are really a lot of good top characters to pick from, and
There are very few bad ones.
yeah.
And even like
You
Abba,
get a really good mix. Abba's crazy, actually, though, to be honest, mate.
but she used to
She's
be
really
she
good.
used to be actually useless tier.
Yeah.
And like the whole fact that they've shrunk the tier list down to like almost every character is A tier, right? Almost every character. And then like there are a few that are above it, like Potemkin, Nagariyuki, but like even they don't feel like a tough mountain to climb. It's sort of like
No, yeah.
it's fine.
It's a good fight. Good fight.
And I tell you what, like I played Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgelords and really enjoyed her. Found out that she did kind of still remain in D tier.
Yeah.
But
That's she was
other than
one,
that, like most
she was
of
only the only sort of weakish character I've come across online, really.
exactly. You face against her, you know it's a win.
Like even like Slayer, I main Slayer, and he's like really fun to use. He's like powerful, but you have to know what you're doing though. Like he's one of the top, like probably like the 11th best character, but
I don't know, man. I've got to be honest. You know, sometimes there's one where you know you've got a bad matchup and you jump into it and you're like, shit, like I know this one's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, I can't remember his fucking name. Is it Venom? The geezer with the hair over his face that uses a pool cue as a weapon.
oh
right?
yeah, I know the one.
Him and Slayer. Whenever they come up, I'm like, I fucking no. Look, I like the game. I fucking hate that move that Slayer does. That like you can't block even if you're ducking. The one that hits under your feet.
What is it? The
stomp,
scoop?
the stomp.
Oh, the stomp. Yeah.
But yeah, I overall like my.
Everyone has that move though. If you think about it, like everyone has that style of move in the game because they all have that sweepish type move, don't they?
Elfelt, who I'm playing, who is a sort of zoner character. Do you know what? Like she doesn't But what she does have is the grenade jump moves where she drops a grenade on your head.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is weird. Like, you did say that she doesn't have that. But, like, everyone has it, but it's stylized in a different manner.
I'm trying to think, though, like, I'm not sure everyone does. I think a lot of the characters do. I know Potemkin does, like, but take another character, for example, like Kai Key's characters. What's his one? I've never seen it.
No,
if he does have one, I've never seen it.
There's probably like the odd character dotted around this.
Yeah, that has that sort of thing where they can just attack. You need to jump to avoid it. Is the thing. Like, but overall, like if we won't say much more on it, but if you want a good game with like a great style that is balanced more towards fun than it is some sort of nebulous idea of everyone being roughly the same goodness, like. It's really good, and it's got a bonkers world, stupid story, crazy music. The only thing we need to speak about is the Blazing Pass that came out, and this was one of the things that we were excited about.
It was a bit crap.
It's the battle pass for the game, and it was a bit shit.
It was the first one, so I reckon next round, because a lot of people have complained that they're gonna.
Well, the thing is,
first try. Isn't it?
Well, in the trailer for 2.0, look, the big thing we were excited about was the gameplay changes, right?
Yeah.
But the Blazing Pass thing, I was excited for.
I was.
And because now they've released accessories into the game that you can accessorize your character with. And we know that the shaders that they're using and stuff like this are notoriously hard to develop for because they look so beautiful. And as a result, adding new accessories in is going to be difficult. Now, Sean and I, when we looked at the Blazing Pass, you see you can unlock the new ghost colour for every character. You can unlock fucking hell, Sean. You can unlock new UI skins. You can unlock just money for the fishing mini game.
I thought the colours were I thought that colour was nice, but
it's cool.
But it's like it shouldn't be the highlight of the battle pass.
That's a colour, yeah. And then you've got one of the accessories, which is very cool, was a new weapon for Soul Bad Guy. Yes, that's an actual name of a character in the game.
Yeah, I didn't. And the wanted posters, I didn't really want that much.
I don't give a fuck about the wanted posters. Wanted posters are frames for your character, like for your online profile.
Yeah.
Character cards.
Unless they come out with something very massively.
Like animated ones would be cool.
Yeah.
But no, it was trash. There wasn't anything I liked on there bar the colours, and I'm not that fussed about it. And they did even have the new colour for my character, which suggests to me that they're going to have more ghost colours on the next battle pass.
And at this point in my life, I've completed probably 30 battle passes.
And this one just didn't feel worth it, did it?
No.
I don't need money for the fishing minigame. I've almost never played it. I've got too much money for that fucking game. But anyway, it was shit. But if we're being generous, what we could feasibly probably say is that they were concerned more about the 2.0 update and the gameplay changes, and that the Blazing Pass had to take a back seat for the first one.
Yeah.
And hopefully the next one will be better. But how long's the battle pass? 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
Isn't that a bit gutting?
A season, yeah.
Isn't that a bit gutting that we're going to have to wait that long to get the next one?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I mean, I like
that they give you time for it's a good sign that they give you that time for the battle pass, but
I might grab it anyway.
Yeah.
I might just to get the ghost colours.
Well, imagine how much you unlock with like what you've done already. Like you probably have the whole battle pass.
Maybe. I mean, just to get the ghost colours in case I feel like I want to use them one day, because this is the only chance to get them. I mean, that's how they get you, isn't it? No, I'm not getting it. I'm not fucking.
I
getting
might
it.
get it actually.
Yeah, the Blazing Pass. Anyway, that is it for Guilty Gear Strive. Definitely go and play it if you're looking for a new fighting game. It is actually, despite its speed and they're not complicated mechanics, are they? They seem complicated.
What complicated mechanics?
People always talk about Roman cancels, like there's some nebulous fucking thing that is impossible to understand. But
no, it's well easy.
It's so easy. It's just a type of, you can cancel certain moves, and depending on what your character is doing at the time, it works differently. That's it. Yeah. There's only 3 to remember. Anyway, but yes, if you want to get into an anime fighter, this is a very, very accessible one, and it is now good.
It is very good,
yeah. Next up, let's talk about Magical Princess.
楽しくてついはしゃいじゃったの。また行こうね。
All right, Magical Princess. I know there's some people who like all of you lads out there who think that you're too macho to play a game made for quote-unquote girls. Well, check yourself before you wreck yourself, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was very good, to be honest.
This is a new entry or spiritual successor in probably one of my favourite game series of all time. I've just called them the Princess series of games, right?
Yeah.
To give it some context, right, just before we get into Magical Princess, and this is, like, important, but this is actually a big new release for us, right? Like, we were excited as shit about this game. But the Princess Maker games, which were made by the same people under a different publisher, right, back in the day, they are raising sims where you are tasked with raising a child, basically.
Yeah.
What they are, like, it sounds bad because they're called Princess Maker. What they are a parody of quote-unquote games made for girls, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day where it was like, we need to make a game for girls. Let's make a game where you can dress up a woman. It doesn't really have any fucking point. It's parodying that. And actually, Princess Maker 2, which is the one I started with and one of my favourite games of all time, is... like the whole thing is a joke, right? Basically, you're this legendary hero. This is Princess Maker 2. You're this legendary hero that did so well in this battle in defeating a demon lord that an angel visits you and goes, you are a legendary hero. Here's this gift for you. She gifts you a baby that she made in space, who's 5 years old. That's not a baby, child. And she gives it to you and goes, here's this gift to you. But it's kind of like a white elephant, right?
It's literally the same in every one of those games.
More or less.
That's the beginning opening story of every one.
Exactly.
And also, like, now they're able to make society because, like, the heroes, like, ridded the sort of area of monsters.
So now you're focusing on mundane things, right?
Yeah.
But the big joke about the whole thing is that when you get gifted this child, it's supposed to be a gift, but it's actually a curse because the child, it always starts off as a complete bitch with no morals.
Yeah, it's
They're
insane.
terrible at everything.
It's insane. Like,
And they cost you shitloads of cash.
I remember in Magical Princess, there's quite a few in the others as well, but I gave her some advice. I was like, yeah, you got to be kind to people. And then she's like, oh, it's like a lot of effort.
Yeah. So this is like the big joke about the whole thing. It's sort of like, on its surface, it's a game, and the reason it's called Princess Maker is because it's taking a piss out of those other games where you just dress up and make a princess, right? Yeah. In this case, what it means is the perfect ending is like the endings are all based around like raising this child and getting them into a certain job or societal standing by the end of the game. So a bad ending might be a peasant. A good ending might be you become the greatest sword fighter known to man. Not you, your daughter does. But the ultimate ending is them becoming a princess. And in the context of these games, a princess is somebody that is really good at fighting, writing books, is really religious, like basically the perfect person. They're really nice. But they start off as a bitch who, and they also, they cost you so much money that it is impossible to try to buy them an education. Like, they're hard games.
That's your life, man. That's, you got to put all this money and sort of effort.
Yes, exactly. And you've been given this gift you don't want, and
you've been like had a child basically thrown at you,
and they're a shit quality child. Like, unfortunately, the games, like, when you look at them on their surface, I think a lot of people are turned away because they think they are just one of those games for girls things.
I don't know, because this Magical Princess, the prequel to this, Volcano Princess, did very well.
Really, really good game. And this is the latest entry made by the same devs, basically like the same people. But it's where it differs ever so slightly is that in the classical Princess Maker games, you were sort of like just raising them however you wanted. In this, it's a bit different because the name is it's called that because your daughter, by default in the story, goes to magic school, like Harry Potter style.
It's cleverly done, though, so that all the options that you could do in the older ones are now streamlined, so you can just pick from them at that point.
Exactly. So like...
you don't even have to do any of those.
You don't have to do magic.
No.
You can still become a sword fighter, a writer, I don't know, a religious zealot, whatever you want.
You could just skip school as well.
You don't even have to go.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's just that's one of the focuses of the game, and the town is like a uni town, basically.
Yeah.
And So I like the game, right? Basically the game is split up into months, and each month you decide all the things that your daughter is going to take part in, and they start off being completely shit at everything, and you have to try and level their stats up. And bear in mind, this is like Football Manager level stats. There's shit loads of fucking things you need to keep an eye on. And so each month you might go, okay, you're going to school and you're studying magic, right? And then in the evenings you give her different activities to do, which could be like, you go to learn to be a waitress, so you get better at people. You go to work at the farm. You go to learn sword fighting. You go to on quests, which is another entire fucking game within the game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's even like a huge deviation, which is also like a really good part of it. Like,
you could just focus on doing quests and killing monsters if you wanted to.
Yeah, like even they sort of say that counts as sort of a separate sort of thing, isn't it?
It even is sort of separate to learning the sword fighting, which is like
just while I remember it, in Volcano Princess, you get asked straight away if you want to be a knight. Because if you don't, you like choose the other options.
Because it's such a completely separate part of the game. So it's the same in the old Princess Maker games, with the exception of 3. Where it was called errantry back then, but it was roaming around a big map, and like in this, like you could focus on that, and it's entirely separate to sword fighting. Sword fighting is all about entering tournaments and beating other people, whereas the questing is about going out with monsters, recruiting people, and things like this.
It's really fun, especially like recruiting people.
Now, I think the game looks amazing as well.
It does, yeah. A lot of smoke and mirrors.
It's crazy because Sean thought it was a 3D game, but it's not. It's a 2D game, but it's animated so beautifully that it looks 3D. Like, it's very cleverly done, and
the characters are very vibrant.
When you think about the amount of, like, you're playing this game, and basically, like I say, you're doing like going to uni and then doing your nighttime activities or on your weeks off, things like this, and then also trying to raise them to be not only a good person but good at school, or you can go an evil route if you wanted to. But then in addition to this, you've got this whole town to explore, you've got people you can make friends with, people you can date, all of this stuff.
You got essentially a second town to explore as well.
And it was so funny. What's so funny is, right, if you're doing an evil playthrough, what you can do is every night when your daughter's supposed to go to bed, you can go, do I want to go to sleep and get rest, which lowers your stress level, which is really fucking important to manage.
Yeah.
Or you can stay up all night and you can do all the stuff you can usually do in the town. So you could go and work in the bakery, you can go and shop for weapons, but just mysteriously, instead of making an entire new town, it's the same town, but dark, and everything's suddenly evil.
Yeah, like characters like at night are evil. Like the weapon... The guy in the weapon shop, he's like really kind and nice in the day, and then at night he's like just like sadistic.
And then you get cheaper weapons, like things like lead pipes, spike bats, things like this. But buying them and using them makes you inherently evil because they're dishonorable weapons. Like the bakery is the funniest one, right? Because I've been doing a bit of magic strength build with my character, right? So she's like. What it is that like I mainly focus on magic, but I wanted her to be tough enough to take hits, right? So I'm like a sort of exploding tank type character, right?
Yeah.
But what's funny is that I noticed that working in the bakery and kneading dough is quite a good one because it's you get lots of ingredients for the cooking, which is a whole other part of the game, but also it levels up your strength because you're kneading dough all day. Yeah. But then I was like, fuck, I need to get my strength up a bit because I'm losing on the quests, right? So I'm like, I'll go to the bakery at night. And it goes, knead dough, but the dough is you're kneading cocaine. I don't think you need to knead cocaine, but...
No, but you know, like, I don't know, like I used to see people putting it under a card and crushing it to turn it into something you can...
So that's what she's doing? She's just crushing cocaine, right? Yeah. It's so funny because, like, also the animations, like, you see these cute little animations whenever your daughter's, like, doing something, and it's like, the animation for Coke, she's still kneading, like, dough. Yeah. So presumably they're selling Coke dough, like Coke bread that you eat. I don't know. It's fucking weird. And like everything becomes a bit sinister. Now, Sean and I were thinking about this, right? We were talking about this the other day, and it's like, it seems on its surface like just changing the town to Evil Town at night is lazy. But you look at that, like, there's so many different things. You're like, I think we've been very clear about how many different things you can do in the game, right? And I'm like, I don't know, 10 hours in, 15 hours in. I'm still stunned by the amount of events that only happen on this specific playthrough where I'm doing a strength mage build, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, but how many events have beautiful hand-drawn artwork and cutscenes, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insane. So I know they had the resources to make a different evil town, but they chose to do that because they thought it was funny.
But you could just like do the socializing class and go and like have cream tea and that, and just like
Well, exactly.
like I don't know, become a good baker and stuff like that. Isn't it?
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, so the nighttime thing where they just made the town random, just for some reason evil at night.
Do you reckon there's a story?
I think that was a conscious decision to be funny. Because the game is full of funny moments as well. Like,
Yeah, it's very video gamey, isn't it? It's like poking fun at sort of that sort of video game logic.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Because it's night. Because it's night. Everything has to be evil, and it's like Castlevania 2.
Yeah, and it's like it also like, have you noticed like any activities you partake in at night inherently will make you more evil, even if you think you're doing a good thing. Like there was a point where the daughter wakes up at night, right, and she comes to you. So you're although technically you're a different character in the game. You're playing the dad who's looking after her, right?
Yeah. And he actually has sort of a presence in this game.
He does. He like you actually say shit. And anyway, she comes to you one day and she says to me like, Dad, I want to buy this magic paint, right? It's spray paint. You see the picture that she's like, I want to buy this. I want to do some artwork. She comes to me at night and says this, right? And I'm just like, well, look, she's maybe 75% good at this point. What's the worst that's going to happen? And she goes into town, and it's like, I went there with the best of intentions to go and paint on a canvas, but the can exploded, and I accidentally did graffiti. Now I'm thinking that, like,
I said no to that one.
yeah. See, I just thought she's a good person. She's going to do something good with it. Right?
I thought she was going to be clumsy. That was my thought.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah.
But you're evil, even though she says that it was an accident. You do get more evil points.
Yeah.
So she's lying.
No, she was lying. Yeah.
So she's saying one thing, but what she actually did is went in town, intentionally did graffiti and got caught.
That is actually pretty evil, to be honest, lying to your dad about graffitiing and that.
Exactly. But
Not
also,
really wanting to do it as well.
it's like there's always this urge in her to do something fucking stupid, and you, as the dad, you've got to like look at things and go, shit. Like that situation, I was like, well, she's a good person. Yeah, it's only a bit of spray paint.
Yeah, when you think you've moulded her into a good person,
there's this urge that's always there that's going to fuck you, and it's so funny. Okay, now I think it is a spectacular management life sim game, right? And even if you look at it and you think, oh, this is too girly for me, whatever. I guarantee you it isn't. It's funny, it's charming, the characters are great.
If you like RPGs, this could be one of the best. Also, if you like Football Manager energy, as well.
But you don't like football.
Yeah.
This is perfect. I mean, and I would say for the D&D fans, this game's got some more stats than a D&D character, and it's a lot of fun to manage them and to play around with them.
It's one of the most fully featured and fairly priced games.
We got it for £11.
Yeah.
But I'll just talk about a couple of things that I don't like about the game. And bear in mind, these are minor. Like every evening when I've sat down and I've wanted to relax and play something, this has been it.
Yeah.
Right? I will say there's a couple of things about the friction of the old games that are missing and that I thought were important to the overall thing. Like I wouldn't, despite the fact that this does almost everything better than the classic Princess Maker games, there's a couple of things that hold it back from being up there in my estimation.
There's a bit like a slight, but it's not it's only minor, but there's a slight edge of depth that's sort of like since Volcano Princess that isn't there, but it's not like
but that said, it's still
not like FF9 to FF10 though. It's minor,
very very tiny. Like the depth is still huge, and there's so many different things you can engage in.
Exactly. Yeah, we were just literally talking about how much there is to do, you know. But
the other thing is that I feel like in the early Princess Maker games, your daughter starts off as an antagonist. They're the fucking enemy. And you have to mold them into something that isn't costing you so much fucking money and can actually earn you money.
It's kind of though in the last two games, it's kind of like they she kind of is that really, but they've done it in a better, like a more subtle way.
In a gameplay fashion, she still starts out being shit at everything.
Yeah.
And you will send her to most jobs like like doing the farming, and they'll fail for months and months and months and months, right? Before you start getting, because it's like a dice roll basically, and before you start getting the good dice rolls, and that affects snowballs. At the start, they're still going to be shit at everything.
I do like a nice touch as well, like that you actually see her doing the jobs now as well.
You did in the old ones. But to be fair, Princess Maker 2 Refine was the one where they added in the cool animations and made them better. And that was a re-release for the PS1 and modern PCs, where it was a PC engine? No, I forget which one. But anyway, point is, some of that friction is missing insofar as like in the old ones so she doesn't cost you money anymore. You don't have to pay childcare costs, which is fair enough. And I know people hated it. And there was a very, very high chance in the early ones that you could go into debt very, very quickly with a bunch of bad dice rolls and fail an entire run. And that doesn't happen anymore.
This is actually the first one where they've done that, actually.
And to be fair, I think most people like that. It's just I miss it.
It's a bit unnecessary.
You had a lot of runs that would start that would finish there. Also, there was the whole thing of like sometimes if they got to be fair, I haven't seen this yet, and it probably is in Magical Princess, but you know where they get stressed. Too stressed, and they become rebellious, and they'll just fuck off for a month, and you won't see them. Yeah, like that. I haven't seen that yet because I've managed the stress effectively, right?
Yeah. No, to be fair though, like actually, like it's quite easy to get rid of, like to actually run out of stress in the game. That part of it, that sweatiness is still there on that point, I'd say.
But in the old ones, I found that there were situations where I was having to gamble with the daughter's stress because I would go, okay, look, she's costing me so much fucking money. I need money. Go and work for that farm. I know you're at 85% stress. We're going to risk her rebelling and running off to try and make some money because I don't have any other option. And that is kind of missing considering that you don't have childcare costs anymore. But those, I think, are very, very minor complaints. The only last thing I will say on the matter is that in the previous ones, it was very, very clear delineation between the fact that you are playing the dad and you're raising and choosing things for her to do, and sometimes she could refuse, right?
Yeah.
Now in this particular case, she won't refuse, but she can very easily fail, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. But the line of which character you're role playing is very blurred when you consider the fact that now it's got dating mechanics in the game, which don't think, if you're listening, don't think that's, well, you are listening. Don't think it's weird. It's not. The dating is talking to people. That's it. Talking to people, giving people gifts. There's nothing sordid about it.
No, it's been in all the games.
It's not been in all the games, but in this particular, it might have been in Volcano Princess, but it wasn't in the classic ones. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. Yeah, because you could, but it wasn't like dating sim mechanics. Yeah. You could end up marrying someone, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you spoke to them enough times.
It was all like that. Was all part of it. Yeah.
But it wasn't like like a classic dating sim like it is in this.
No.
You're having to constantly talk to a person, build up a like a, I don't know, love rating, and take them on dates, right?
Yeah, it's like, where should we go? Like, go to the Colosseum or...
Yeah, and the main benefit of that is that they will join you on the quest mode, right? Yeah. The better friends you are with somebody, and bear in mind it's just talking to people, that's it, but the better friends you are with somebody, the more affinity you have with them in combat, which is cool, like Persona, but like at that point the dad isn't deciding to do that, she's deciding to do that. Yeah. But you as the player, so you're kind of role playing both in this game.
Yeah, you are.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's fine. And actually, to be honest with you, aside from the main story, some of the friendship quests and like the friendship and romance stuff has been some of the best stuff in the game. Yeah. It's so well written.
Oh yeah, well that's what I was going to say actually. Like in the house, in the like living room, you play her dad, like who organises everything, and then when you go out, that's
the second you leave, you're her.
Yeah.
Yes, you're completely right about that. Yeah, and that's a fine delineation. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But I like the dating mechanics. It's like dating sims are about stat gains and stat boosts, right? That's what makes them fun to play. They're also very, very stressful. This is like exactly that, but you're. I can only talk for the two characters I currently have in my party, but every single time you take them out on a date or you speak to them, they'll give you a bit more of their backstory, and every single time it's been super fucking interesting. And that's a feat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
good.
sure you'll meet about 30 different characters that you can interact with and become friends with, all of which are probably interesting, with the exception of that music student who's like a fucking edgelord and carries a dagger around with him, and he's just like, I'm just really fucking dark, bro.
That's a shame. I thought I was going to crack him, man.
You might crack him, but the thing is that I just
change him, innit?
But on his surface, he seems like a complete cunt.
Yeah,
but I bet if you get to know him,
I bet it's like Bender from Breakfast Club, innit? You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
But have you seen also the Queen is a complete bitch? Like she's like who I suspect might be a character from the intro who like you're mates with before. Anyway, look, the point is that the Queen is a complete bitch, but I've also started doing her friendship quests, and it's like you're uncovering more and more about this person and learning how fragile they really are, but also just like seeing them do funny shit. Like it's a very amusing game. I've never laughed out loud at it, but the whole thing is just amusing and quite adorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always funny shit happening in the game, like, I don't know, just dumb shit. But for £11, I cannot recommend this fucking game highly enough.
Yeah.
Even if you don't dig the aesthetic, if you want a fucking great management sim, you will love this game. And if you want one that's laced with humour, that has so much fucking shit to do, absolutely play Magical Princess. If you don't want people to know you're playing it, just put it as private on Steam. It's not weird. It's cool.
No, it's well good, man.
Sean, would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it to everyone, really, to be honest.
I don't know anyone who wouldn't enjoy this.
Yeah.
Like people that like The Sims, people that like visual novels, people that like fucking Football Manager.
And also Volcano Princess, which is probably almost as good as this as well. If you wanted more of that content, and it's like well different as well, but almost it's got like similarities, but it's kind of the same. But
Yeah, I mean, most of these games can be completed in about 10 to 15 hours. So I reckon I'm quite close to the end. I'm absolutely storming through it. But they also they like multiple playthroughs are the thing, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And if you want incredibly deep games that lend themselves to very, very different experiences, depending on how you play them, then these are for you. In addition to that, you've got a whole treasure trove of games that do exactly the same thing waiting for you. Just do not buy the original version of Princess Maker 3 on Steam. It sucks.
Yeah, I bought that. I refunded it, innit?
Mate, I completed it despite the terrible Chinese translation, but they've re-released it recently.
Oh, okay.
With a fixed translation. But anyway, that's enough about that. I imagine people are turning off in their droves, but seriously, play that fucking game. Let's talk about Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom.
Yeah.
Sean, you recommended this one to me last episode, so we don't need to get into it that much, but
just go and play it though. I mean, it's like basically if you mixed Mario and Banjo-Kazooie
with
and
Crazy Taxi.
With Crazy Taxi and like PC memes and stuff, then you got this game, and it's.
Do you like Mario because he's in the game, but legally distinct because he's called Mario.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, and Mario's house is like somewhere Sonic would live as well. So that's
and all wrapped up in a beautiful style. Yeah, collectathon platform where you play as a car. You recommended this to me last episode, and I believe Carty in the Discord was talking about the fact that it was a legendary pull and that he was going to go and play it. Mate, what an absolute treat! There are a lot of games that claim to have captured what it feels like to play one of those classic games, but the trouble is what they're doing is something that those games have already done. Like Tori 3D, for example, very, very, very good 90s style platformer, or 2000s, I should say, but it's not doing anything new. And This game has got a brand new, unique idea that it's bringing to the table, in that it's a platformer where you play as a wind-up car, toy car.
Yeah. And you can't jump.
Sort of can.
You can manipulate the game as well, like Mario Odyssey, like kind of. So
yeah,
there's that in there as well.
It's got as much of a deep moveset as that game.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that you go around levels collecting cogs to unlock new levels and have to explore environments like any collectathon platformer. But it might seem limited having a car to drive around instead of walking on feet, but they've finessed the moveset to a point where it feels very natural and decent. Like, you can't jump, but you can boost off ramps. And there is a special thing you can do if you initiate a boost by a wall that you can kind of bounce up it. So, and also like...
You've got the, you literally have the spinning hat technique from Mario Odyssey as well.
And you can turn on the spot without having to accelerate. Which is
what Mario does.
Yeah, it feels really, really good to control, and it's got bags of character, unbelievable music, really funny as well, like,
and really inventive to the point of like being like a sort of like, you know, like Mario, like inventive puzzles and situations.
There's shit like
I wouldn't say like puzzles, but like, you know, challenges,
environmental challenges where you look at something and go, how the fuck do I get up there?
Yeah,
and then you're trying shit out. Like, I mean, what I liked as well is like I've been playing this with my son. But on the second level, there's also, because your taxi is wind up, right? What you need to do is also pick up customers and drop them off because you're a little taxi. And that extends the time you can spend in the level.
Yeah.
And so you need to keep constantly doing that. But some of them will also give you the gears you need to collect. In addition to this, they might take you to new areas by doing it. And like, it's dumb. Like, the whole game is not like, it's not smart humor. It's stupid as fuck.
No.
But it's funny. I remember, like, because I read the dialogue out to Jesse, and he was cracking up. Because there's a point where you're picking up customers and you're taking them to their destinations. And you know how you can just drive underwater, no problem.
Yeah.
And we picked up a guy who's underwater, and he's like, fucking hell, bro, I've been here so long, I think I'm going to drown. And it's like, it's stupid ass humour that always puts a smile on your face. And the game is like very...
it's like at the beginning, isn't it? It's like... the car shows up. He's like, "Oh, you're a car. I expected you to be a guy or whatever."
Yeah. A cracking game. Yellow Taxi goes Vroom. It's currently on sale again for £4. So definitely get that.
Yeah.
Do we talk about Capcom versus Collection? We already spoke about that before.
No, like I'll just put like a thing like just saying like CVS2 and Street. Like we were playing CVS2 and Street Fighter Alpha 3 the other night.
For those that don't know, that's Capcom versus SNK2 and Street Fighter Alpha 3. Cracking games. We had a little session on it last night, just playing a bunch of different fighting games. Tell you what, it was nice just playing not with the pressure of getting good for a tournament.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. I mean, like once we sort of played for a bit, we had some skills back though. To be fair, so
yeah, I really enjoyed Street. And look, they're on this Capcom Fighting Collection 2. You got Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, which is
the most complete collection.
It's the Japanese version that includes Fei Long as a character, where the previous editions of Street Fighter Alpha 3 did not.
It was since the PS1 version.
How do you think Fei Long played in Alpha, seeing as it's been 25 years since we played the edition without him?
Yeah. Oh no, like I mean, like on the PS1 he was on it.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. I played him. I remember I got to level 50 in the World Tour with him.
But this is the first edition to ever include him in it.
No, this is the first arcade version to include.
Oh, so it's arcade perfect. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll forget that then. But yeah, anyway, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, still a banger.
Yeah.
We played shitloads of Plasma Sword as well. Definitely pick that up. If it goes on sale, I'd say, because you can emulate all these games pretty well.
Yeah. You know, get us if you want some games, then.
Anyway, yes, please do. Fuck that. We've spoken around it too long. Let's talk about the big game.
Well,
it's that open world racer that everyone's been playing, right? Everyone's excited, and finally we got something to say about it, right? I think you know the one I mean.
Is it that slop racing game?
Oh, it's not. I don't know. I wouldn't call it slop. I think it's pretty fucking good. But it is it's the one everyone's talking about.
Who are
you want to do street racing in Japan? You want to race in Japan? You want it to be open world? You want it to have beautiful graphics?
Yeah.
That is why I've been playing Tokyo Xtreme Racer on Steam.
Oh, okay.
What a game!
All right, that is a good game. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I recently, I won't talk about the circumstances that led to this, but...
you should talk about Forza for a bit, man.
But Forza Horizon 6, man.
Just like, you could
look.
give me like a sentence review of how, like...
Slop, gacha game, easy win. It's exactly the same as Forza Horizon 5. I was fucking excited for it, man.
I don't understand.
One of the things they said was that you're now going to start off as a small racer. In the other Forza Horizon games, you start off as the person that organised the thing, like every gacha game, because if you don't know, Forza Horizon is a fucking gacha game. It might have just very thinly veiled itself as being something else, but it fucking isn't. Horizon 6 is exactly the fucking same thing. It billed itself as that you've got to start off as a lowly racer and work your way up, but it still does the thing where every fucking race, every other racer will match whatever car you have in terms of horsepower and speed. It still does the thing where you start off, okay, it doesn't give you a supercar this time, but you do start off with a fucking Mazda RX-5, like a pretty fucking good car.
Urban environments, just a road in the countryside with some houses.
That's right, so street races. Okay, to be fair, the city is bigger in this one. It is still fucking small, and it's and listen, if you do the street races, you'll race for a little bit in the street. Look, go back to the episode where I talked about Forza Horizon 5 and copy and paste it. It's the same fucking game. I played it the other day. I cannot believe the hype around this fucking game. But do you know what it was? I was excited. I was excited because they came out and said this time it's going to have proper progression. It doesn't. It's just AI slop that matches. You could go into any race with any car and it'll be the same fucking difficulty. There's no difficulty curve. People say they want to fucking switch off their brain when they play it. I get it, mate. But there are better games for even that. Burnout fucking Paradise exists. Why are you playing this shit? Even Forza Horizon 1 was better than this.
Yeah.
It's slowly...
There's so many good games like that. Need for Speed.
Yeah. This one's now got an auto drive button, so if you don't want to play the races, it's not even a game anymore. You can let the game play itself. Anyway, it's shit. It's slop. It's mindless crap that will rot your brain, and it is a worthless fucking game. Shit. Anyway, I was excited because they said it was going to have progression, it was going to have a difficulty curve, you were going to start off as a nobody with a shit car and work your way up. It's not that, like a good game like Gran Turismo 6, or like the game I've been playing. But I was hyped for it, and as a result, when it came out, I played it a bit and realised it was still complete mindless shit. It left a sort of hole where I thought it was going to be filled for a couple of weeks, right? Where I was going to play a new racing game. And so what I did is I went back and played the Tokyo Xtreme Racer games, which were sort of exactly what I wanted. Open world racing game. This one is actually made by a Japanese studio as well, and I won't go too extreme into it, but I also got myself like a little Hori racing wheel as well, and a nice stand for it to play this with. Tokyo Xtreme Racer, for those that don't know, is a series that's been going for a long time in Japan, right? And the crux of it is it's based on the 2000s tuner culture in Japan. That's not the fish, that's tuning cars, right? Yeah.
So you can tune a car and a fish in Japan.
Exactly. Nice. But here's the thing. What it was that very early hours in the morning, like 2, 3 a.m., people that tuned their cars to within an inch of their life would go out to the expressways in Japan and race each other. The idea is that you would ride up to somebody, flash your headlights twice, and that meant it's a race, right?
Yes, it was very common back then in Japan, just like hang out fixing your cars and that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and that's represented in Tokyo Xtreme Racer. A shit name for this game, whereas I think it was called, in Japan, I may be wrong about this, but the Japanese translation was something like Expressway Battle, or something like that. But anyway, look, shit name, but it was because it came out, the first entry that came out in the West came out around the time like Fast and Furious and Need for Speed were popular, so it's called Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Yeah. But here's the thing, what it is that instead of traditional races where you try to finish a line first, it represents what street racing was like in Japan, where you flash a guy with your headlights twice, try to overtake him until you can't see him in your rear mirror anymore. That's it. So you leave them in the dust, and then as you get ahead of them, you see their health bar going down. Once it reaches 0, you win. And it might be some of the best racing I've ever played. It is fucking difficult, right? Because difficulty, I don't know if the Horizon devs are listening, difficulty is actually a way of creating tension and fun and enjoyment and a sense of accomplishment in the game. And that's what. And the thing is, it's like you'll race against cars, and that feeling of speed in this game. Like a lot of times, you'll be going around and like you are taking really big calculated risks, like trying to weave through traffic in a way that you know shouldn't really be possible, or or it's going to be very difficult without crashing. Like, and if you know that you're one crash away, you're going 200 miles an hour, you're one crash away from being left in the dirt. And it's like the tension, the difficulty is incredible in this game. And the way that they've made the different drivers have different personalities. And you'll see the same guys. Like, you'll go out each night and you'll see the same guys, like, and you'll race them again and they've tuned their car up a bit more. You can, the whole expressway in Tokyo is represented. And it's, okay, you're only racing on one course, right? But the entire expressway and all the different routes you can take on it represents 180 kilometers of road. More, I probably not more than Forza, but like more than most racing games, right? And the course is always different because of the heavy traffic. If you look at the street races in Forza Horizon 6, street race means there'll be one car every 5 minutes. Like that, and this game nails it, man. You've got to take big risks. And the thing is like, it's all about tuning your car up. So naturally, as a weeb, I've got the A86 and that's what I'm tuning up. Nice. But my son's been playing it with me and he decides the body mods. So he decides how it looks. Then I tune up the inside, right? Yeah. So currently we've got a pink one with one of those huge front bumpers on it, a massive fucking spoiler. We've got NOS in the car just now as well. And I've been tuning it to within an inch of its life. The cool thing about the game is, like, to unlock new tiers of tuning, it'll say you've got to defeat legendary buffalo, right? So you go out on the roads and you've got little hubs, parking spots, like you said, where people just hang out and talk about cars. So you go there, you speak to NPCs. They'll tell you little tips. They'll talk about legendary people that are out on the roads.
Well, if you think about like the default place, like you have in like TV shows and all of that, like the default place in Initial D was that garage.
Yeah, and there was that right at the top of the hill, that sort of like 3 parking spaces where the people would be chatting. And that's exactly it. So you pull into new parking spaces. They act as fast travel things. Then, say for example, you get missions. So it'll be like, one of them would be like, defeat 5 members of this racing gang, right? So you have to go out on the roads, like explore the expressway, try and find these cunts, and then race them and beat them. But then you'll get to a new milestone or a big boss, and you actually have to go to the parking spots, sleuth out information about them. So there's one that's like, I don't know, it was called Legendary Buffalo or something like this, and the guy's like, listen, Legendary Buffalo only wants to race people that have over 300 horsepower or something like this. So you go, okay, so I need to figure out a way to tune my car to get to that, and then she'll appear on the map. Then you go and find her. I mean, the game looks beautiful. It looks like Forza Horizon 6 never could. It has soul to it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
expression,
Yeah, and it's got fucking excellent music that is clearly Initial D coded, but legally distinct so they don't get sued. Fucking excellent game, and there's no multiplayer. It's just a single player one. But if it's basically an RPG where your character is your car, and you can even like equip new nicknames and unlock new nicknames, and you become like a legend yourself,
like Kari McCarr.
Well, I can't remember what ours is. Fucking, it's something really weird at the moment, but it's like aggressive crayfish of the night or something, like, you know.
It's one of those.
Yeah. So dumb. But what I've done is I've just equipped the new one every single time I've got it, just to make the name weirder and weirder. I've just been like, it's been like, you got this new name, do you want to use it? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. The cool thing about the game is, like, as you're exploring, any car you see on the roads, you can race them. You just flash them. You see the named drivers that are the main NPCs, but you can flash any car and race them, right? So what we've been doing is, my son finds the races too hard. So what we'll do is we'll get him to explore the map and drive around the expressway like normally and try and find the guys we're looking for, right? Which is cool. And then, but as you're going along to earn a bit of extra cash, you just race all the shitty vans you see driving around. And that's what he's been doing. He's like, I won the race. And I'm like, it was piss easy, you know, but like, you know, cool. He's enjoying it. So yeah, well good. Tokyo Xtreme Racer. If you want what Forza Horizon 6 promised, this is it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It came out last year as well. It's pretty current.
I mean, I did forget to put a game on there because I played one. And
shoot, you played a game?
No, I mean, all these shared ones I played as well, but apart from the last one. And also Tokyo Xtreme Racer was your one. But all the shared ones I played as well. But
you played a game. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, you got one more game to read out, innit?
What Sean's put on my list. This is a hilarious. But did
No,
you think I was
so
just going to read this out?
no.
Did you think I was just
No,
going to
I
read this
wanted-
out like
wait,
fucking Anchorman?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I like her do the cha-cha. That's funny, isn't it? Like, that's what you were going
it was.
for.
It was
He's put
hilarious.
Princess Kasumi's Hentai Adventure on my list.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh, why are you playing that? Did you see that program last night? Gaylord Say No.
I did not. Oh wait, no, I said it. Oh, okay. But right,
Gaylord.
you got me. Yeah, like
did,
sort of
yeah.
similar humour to that, really.
Yeah, he is, isn't it? Yeah.
This sort of backfired.
Right, go on. Was that it? So you haven't played another game?
No, I have played another game.
Was it Princess Kasumi's Hentai Adventure? Did you play that game, Gaylord Say No?
I I've saw it and I didn't buy it.
Why are you looking at that?
Pardon?
Why are you looking at that? That's a bit weird.
Well, like Steam has a lot of games in it, you know. Yeah, right.
Wait a minute, you dropped your
Oh, you dropped your K card. Yeah.
Right, anyway, yeah. What are you playing? What have you been playing?
Parking garage, Rally Circuit, DX, DLC. Right.
Oh yeah.
So the excellent, really one of the best games, like probably ever, racing games.
I tell you what, this is one I've been playing on my racing wheel as well. But
yeah.
what a game! We spoke about it before. Excellent racing game.
Yeah, and now they've got a whole new set of European courses as well.
Bumbleclad.
And they're all like really amazing, really creative. There's one where you're racing around the parts of the car park where you drive your car around and find a parking space.
Just before
and
you
then
carry
a
on.
lorry like comes in and out and all of this.
I don't mean to interrupt, but just for those that don't know, this is a Sega Rally arcade-style racing game where you race in very, very narrow car parks.
So it's like Sega Rally, but then part like the drifting system from Mario Kart. Basically.
There you go, perfect.
Yeah.
But yes, so
But
the new
better,
maps,
but better as well.
but it's better than some of its parts,
Yeah,
easily. Yeah. So you've been racing on the new ones.
Yeah. And like a lot of new creative courses, and I like this sort of 90s vaguely European aesthetic they've gone for, like old sort of Sega games used to do and stuff, and like Namco games and stuff like that.
Yes, because I remember, I can't remember which game it was, but I remember somebody saying that, I think it might have been Shadow of Memories, that their research, for in Shadow of Memories when you went back in time to medieval Germany,
Yeah.
do you know that their research came from a modern guidebook of Germany? Like that, so like that type of shit. Is it like that? Because I know the fella that makes Parking Garage Rally Circuit is a North American fella.
Well, basically like they did with the first set of courses.
Yes.
Like they're vaguely American,
Right.
Like that
So,
sort of like the aesthetic that always used to happen in 90s arcade games.
yes.
innit?
Yeah. Like cartoony style.
Yeah.
So the new courses, how do they differ from the old ones? Then is it just
use
the
a
look,
lot-
and then they're like still as good?
They a lot of them use new mechanics in the yeah.
Like what?
Like I was saying, like there's one where you race around, and your car can go really fast on this one. But there's like a bit where you're racing around like the part of the car park that's like road to get round the car park.
Oh, okay.
So there's like all these cars lined up everywhere, but then on the start of every lap, it changes. So you go one way and then you go another
Oh,
way.
okay. So like the traffic has moved.
So yeah,
Lap to lap.
like there's a lorry that like comes in and out. So like then another part of the course gets revealed, and you have to like remember because there's 4 laps. It changes every lap.
Now answer me this. So I like my son loves the game, right?
Yeah.
But because there's not that many courses in the original, and that's a good thing. I say
was
that as
12,
a good
yeah.
There's 12, and I say that as a good thing because he's gone for perfection as opposed to a lot of courses, right?
Yeah.
That's a fact. Some of the best racing game courses I've ever played are present in Parking Garage Rally Circuit. But as a result, they ramp up in difficulty between the first, the second, the third, so on and so on.
Yeah.
They get harder and harder very quickly, right?
To be fair, that is something about the European one.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulty of the European courses starts off from when the US ones finished.
Okay, that was what my question was.
So it is a lot more difficult.
I tell you what, I also play this game a lot with my son, and he's all right at it, but he's 4, right? Yeah. And the thing is that he can do the first 3 to 4 stages fairly handily, right?
Yeah.
But then once it gets above that, it's a bit difficult for him.
It's difficult for me as well. Like I spent hours on a course, like trying to perfect it.
But this is it. This is why I think the San Francisco level of the original levels is my favorite, because it's not too difficult, but it's one that you can perfect endlessly.
It gets difficult when you want to do it really, really well, and
with that stupid where you jumping over the fucking course. But my point is that those are ones you can play and perfect, right? My most played course on virtual racing is the beginner course, because it's not easy, but it's prone to shaving off tiny amounts of time, and in fact all the courses.
I will have to sort of mention this as well, since you mentioned
are you going to mention your recent?
Yeah, I am going to get to that.
Cool shirt, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Sean's wearing a one-piece shirt, I've only just noticed. Right. Yes, go on. Right, so you have recently shot into stardom.
I mean, well, another really good thing about this game, workshop content. What a lot of people have done is imported courses from and it really works as well. Imported courses from Mario Kart.
And Crash Team Racing.
I've got an insane time on Baby Park. That's
the worst course. Yeah. No, but you've been competing in a fan made downhill Japanese racing level.
Yeah. So there's a series of levels that keeps expanded by this one guy who just makes all these Japanese courses, and it's supposed to be to the devs, this is what you could do with it, kind of thing.
Because I think a Japanese expansion just makes so much sense for that fucking
game. It does. That should be the next one. And
the Mountain Pass type shit that was also present in Japanese street racing. And this game is arcadey physics, but fucking hell, it's good. And the DLC courses, see, when I first played it, they were all right. I like the Crash Team Racing ones. I don't think
they don't fit really.
They don't fit as well unless you play the third car. But really, the game is about one car. It's about, but the other two are bonus cars that add different mechanics. Everyone races in the first car, right?
It depends really. With the DLC courses generally, I go with the third car. It's much more enjoyable. And
the fucking Mazda one.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, fair.
I mean, it gets a bit more experty though, to be honest, doesn't it? I do like racing with the small car. It's really nice, though.
It's the best one. Yeah. I just think, because it seemed to me that most people were trying to set records on the small car.
They all have their difficulties, though. Like the small car,
they do, but the fucking Mazda, the third one, it felt too big for the courses. Not I'm saying it's bad. I enjoyed playing with the other cars, and I completed the game with each of them.
It works really well on the DLC, all the mod courses, though.
That was it. The Crash Team Racing courses were just too big for the mechanics of that game. But when you stick on one of the faster cars, the courses were fun.
Yeah. And a lot of the Mario Kart, there's a huge handful of Mario Kart ones that work really well as well.
I can imagine so, because I think the physics were very heavily based on that. Although they do have their own unique spin. I mean, the geezer that makes this, he just makes physics-based car games, and he's a genius at it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making 4x4 in a furniture store coming soon as well.
Yeah, yes. But just to end it though, so these Japanese mod courses, I played one of them, and I've probably spent a good a long while playing it, and perfecting it, actually downloading studying people's videos, the number one guy and stuff.
And look, I was doing this on the previous courses, and that's something I never do. Yeah. That's how enjoyable it is to shave off seconds in this fucking game.
But I'm now number 2 on Touge in the Japanese.
Hell yeah.
In the world. So
Sean sent me some of his videos, man. I mean, this is pure perfection.
It was funny because watching it back, it's it's surprising that I'm capable of that.
I know what you mean, and
I'm in the moment doing it, and then you come out of it.
But I found that getting into a flow state and absolutely locking in, there are a few games that are quite as good at this as this at what it's trying to do, right? And I think I could name them all right now and tell you it's fucking Daytona USA, Virtua Racing, Parking Garage Rally Circuit.
Yeah.
The fact that it's come from a one-man development team is insane for how good the game is.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It might even be ever so slightly accidental, but it just works.
I don't know.
That said, the courses are designed.
If you listen to some of his dev talks, he's
a guy that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And the courses are designed so well, it can't be a fucking accident.
No,
That's just it. He just must playtest to buggery.
Yeah.
But if you liked, actually, the fourth one in that list would be Sega Rally. And if you like that, these would be like definitely, absolutely fucking play this game. That said, I played it with my racing wheel. Don't do that.
No, yeah.
Because the funny thing is like there are certain corners in the game where you need to like very quickly do a full turn left, followed by a full turn right, and drift. And it's like doing that on a racing wheel is actually harder to play with. And I was like,
to play the game and have fun, it's not important. But if you want to be good at the game, you also got to do
use an analog stick.
You got to do snaking, so analog sticks.
Yeah, snaking is really, really important because it's like if you're there's a mechanic in the game that every time you boost, it increases your speed, and by that I mean your max speed as well.
Yeah.
So if you constantly boost, there is literally no upper limit to how quickly the only way the game limits how quickly you can boost is the courses and how they're designed. Right?
Yeah. You could fly out at any point.
Exactly. So you've got to keep actually a hold on it, haven't you?
But there's also another weird mechanic within that is the fact that you when you boost and it lights up at the back, innit? The different colours mean something, but also you have to keep that going to keep that speed going.
Yes, and but that's what makes the game so unbelievably good. But you can't snake on a racing wheel. It's not possible. But an analog stick does the job perfectly for the game anyway. Yeah. But do play Parking Garage Rally Circuit. Thank you for buying me the DLC, which you did today. Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to play it.
Oh, that's a shame
because my wife and child are always asking me to do shit.
Feed
them food and shit like this. Fucking
GBH.
Does he not know I've got DLC to play?
Yeah, I know. Well, if you're talking about DLC, what about another 3 letters? GBH, to the ears.
Exactly. Oh, do the washing up. Shut up, love. That's a joke. I love my wife.
Yeah, that was.
Unless she's fucking nagging me, am I right?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, well, that is it for what we've been playing. Shall we get lucky? This is Sean's segment for those that don't know. Let's go.
Yeah, all right. I kind of forgot what I put down there, but it was really good.
Yeah. Well, okay, moving on.
Oh, tourney stories.
Right, so you want us to talk about funny tournament stories?
I do, yeah. I got one myself. Back in the days before start.gg, you had to get wind from sort of people about tournaments and stuff. And I knew one of the people. I'm still friends with him on Facebook actually, but we don't speak or whatever. But I knew one of the guys that like doing this tournament in a massive hotel in Croydon, and it was Street Fighter 4 and Smash Brothers. One room had Street Fighter and the doors would close. One of them had Smash Brothers. There was loads of different situations, really shocking situations that happened that day, but I won't go too much into that. But so I played in Street Fighter 4 and Smash Brothers, and literally, when you step into a room that's air conditioned and there's that sort of wall of coldness that you step into.
Oh yeah, lovely.
As soon as you stepped into the Smash Brothers tournament room, opened the doors, there was a wall of BO.
Oh.
I got a migraine that day, man. It was literally like a...
Are you worried about that? Because this year at VS Fighting, the UK's biggest fighting game tournament, we're going to be in the anime room. Because we're playing an anime fighter.
That was bad,
and we went up there last time just to see what was going on with that shit.
Couldn't stomach it. Yeah.
Our whole tournament's going to be there this time, mate.
Do we get crow masks or whatever from the plague times, isn't it?
Yeah. Plague Doctor Mask. I think that's gonna be the thing. So, is that where the story ends? You hit a wall of BO in a Smash Brothers room.
Well, I mean, it was just like a funny thing because it was like,
I mean,
it was just like made the tournament unplayable for us. I mean, it was probably the worst bit. It was so aggressive, man.
but that is
I
also
can't even describe
it's
it.
very indicative of Smash Brothers players.
That's what I mean.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
I've got one. We used to attend a local tournament that you organised.
Hell yeah. Did I?
It was you and we've mentioned him on the podcast before, Jeevis. Like that's a pseudonym. Pretty shit person, but anyway, the funny thing is that he organised with your help. You did the brackets. He did the rest of it. So at a certain point, this tournament was streamed. It consisted. This was the same guy that tried to organise the Marvel vs. Capcom tournament.
Oh, you got to talk about that as well.
No, we've spoken about that.
Oh, we
before,
have,
right?
yeah.
That was terrible. But so he organised a Smash Brothers tournament. It didn't have a regular schedule. It would be whenever his parents were on holiday. And the funny thing is that his parents were stealing his money to go on holiday.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
But, you know, who had the last laugh? Because he got to organise a Smash Brothers tournament in his parents' house. Anyway, so we would go to this thing, and this guy, basically, it would just be people from his road.
Well, it actually initially started with...
You can't say their actual names, so we'll say Bathan, Book. You said as well, we can't say his actual name.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'll take a fucking timestamp of that shit.
All
Right, okay, I'm going to have to bleep that. So it's Jeevis, Bathan, and Duke.
Like we all sort of started like having like a monthly competition, like to see who's the best, and it's like, oh yeah, why don't we just get more people involved? Like everyone plays Smash Brothers around here, you know.
Yes,
And it turned out that there were like 8 committed people. Like, so I mean, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad, and we had fun, and it was actually good.
Yeah.
To be fair to Jeevis, but it was just people from his road.
At first, it had a really good energy to it,
and it was good fun because it was like, you know, say what you like. I liked all the people that went there, right?
Yeah.
I think
At that time,
and like we all got on, and it was just like, okay, we never see each other, but once every few months or so, we'd meet up and we'd play Smash Brothers. It was good, right? However, Jeevis, the tournament organiser, it was also, because his parents were away on holiday, an excuse to smoke a silly amount of weed. He would smoke so much weed that like any human being would be dead if they smoked that much.
It's good. It's good if you're responsible, but like to think about how much he did is why I would like spend 120 quid a week. That's like a month and a half for me, man.
Yeah, so he'd spend that much on weed, and he would smoke it till like okay, all right, everyone else that turned up, except for me.
Like everyone partook a little bit, but not like.
See, except I don't think
No, you didn't.
I don't smoke it at all. But like, but everyone else did, and they partook a little, and were mildly stoned throughout.
Yeah, a couple of whacks,
like
just to collect your thoughts or whatever, innit?
Totally. And like, I've not got a problem with that, but the organizer will get so baked he could barely fucking move, right? And there was a point where. Right, and put it this way: there was me and another player, JT. We can say his name because he doesn't come off bad in this story. But me and him, we didn't practice. Right? We would just turn up, try our best, and see what happened. I played Game & Watch. He played Kirby, I think. But anyway,
I think, like, to be fair though, you played Game & Watch brilliantly. To be honest,
yeah. Well, but this is it. The tournament organizer, Jeevis, like, it would come up to the tournament and he would practice relentlessly for like a month.
Yeah, he would.
Leading up to this thing.
Yeah,
he took it seriously.
I didn't even because I loved Smash Brothers back then. I didn't even do that, man.
It was a party atmosphere where part of the fun was seeing who won. That was it, right?
Yeah.
And this guy would take it so seriously to where he'd be practicing combos. He would be playing online. And then one tournament comes up, right? And we know that in every tournament, this guy gets stoned as fuck. Right, and that he is basically a vegetable by the end of the night, right?
Yeah.
And there was a point
and he
where
stinks as well.
Yeah, and we turned up at one tournament, right? And suddenly, I play him in the first game. I murked him. Haven't practiced. He's practiced the buggery. I destroyed him. Right? It
was sick as well. Like you had some spikes in there as well.
He was visibly fucking annoyed. Yeah, I spiked him multiple times.
Yeah.
Right? Then he plays our mate James. People will know James from our other podcasts, right?
Yeah,
our mate James, who I would say
he was the worst player.
He's the worst player.
Yeah.
And he practiced even less than I did.
Yeah.
And even to the point where he doesn't use dodging in the game. He found it too complicated for him. It's not complicated, but he didn't use dodging. Then, so Jeevis steps up, tournament organizer, stoned out of his fucking cord, plays against James, loses to James, who, and in the previous tournament, do you remember he was taunting James? He was teabagging, he was doing meme shit, like just to play with him, right? Like he was some sort of toy. So in this tournament, James turns up, hasn't played the game in about a year, murks Jeevis, and Jeevis was, at this point, he was fucking annoyed.
No, I couldn't play the game if I was like, I mean, I haven't whiteyed since like 2004.
Yes, but here's the thing. What Jeevis knew that we knew that he gets really, really stoned, right?
Yeah.
So suddenly, and bear in mind, this is only like 20 minutes into the tournament, so he wasn't that stoned at this point, but he pretended to have a whitey, to blame it, to like say, oh, I'm playing bad because I had a whitey. A whitey, for those that don't know, is when you smoke too much weed and you start being sick and the room starts spinning, right? Yeah. He pretended to have a whitey so he could blame that for his losing, and then spend the whole tournament laying on the couch pretending to be ill.
Oh, the memes were good though.
Oh yeah, because we started memeing the fuck out of that moment because people took pictures of him sleeping on the couch, and Bathan made one like it was the end from Metal Gear Solid 3
because he got up and won his game. Like, oh, suddenly he's all right. He can just jump up and play again.
Yeah, like he locked back in and started playing well again.
Yeah, so it was literally like the end of Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, because the end, for those that don't know, Metal Gear Solid is this guy that's 100 years old, but he effectively hibernates and only comes out of battle to kill people. And we were saying that we started calling him the end all the time. And what was funny is that suddenly Jeevis locks in and is doing good at his matches. So his early losses, it can't be blamed on a whitey. We know he wasn't having a fucking whitey, but he was pretending that he was to blame his losses on that. It was insane.
Yeah.
Like literally, he was asleep on, like pretending to be asleep on the couch. It was so weird, man. Why did we hang out with this guy? He's such a fucking nutter.
Yeah, he was.
That was a good one. I do remember as well the tournament being streamed.
Yeah, that was funny because JT brought around his entire PC,
and then we were streaming the tournament,
and he got stressed about the streaming, didn't he? I can't remember.
He did. But the funny thing was, Jeevis was like, he logs onto, he goes onto Twitch, right? Logs onto the stream, goes, fucking somebody's watching.
Yeah, someone who thought it was a real Smash tournament.
No,
like a major.
Oh. It was him because he looked at the stream on his phone. Yeah, he was like, "Somebody's oh, it's me."
Yeah, that was good.
I think that's probably my. See, the thing is, you've been competing in tournaments a lot longer than I have, so I don't really have that many funny stories, and most of the ones I guess we kind of covered on the VS fighting thing.
Yeah, there was one that I had though, which I mean was more annoying for me because I travelled all the way from Red Hill to like some place I'd never been to in London,
North Acton.
No, it wasn't that. I've been to North Acton. I've been to like.
Was it similarly out the way though?
It was out the way. I remember like it was in some sort of indoor theme park and stuff, and they sort of locked off the I thought the area we were going to be playing in was like going to be similarly decadent. Like this was like Sega World levels, but I get it like to the tournament and it's like this black, really hot room. Like that was sort of like a new difficulty level, to be honest. But the thing is, like, it was so badly organised because Tekken Ball and Tekken 8 were running at the same time. And I was doing really well at Tekken Ball. Like, I got to the semi-final of Tekken Ball. Like, for some reason, I'm just like a god at Tekken Ball. Like,
yeah, it's weird.
It's a bit, I was playing that, and they, like my match of Tekken 8 while I was in the middle of Tekken Ball, was supposed to be happening, but she didn't come over and just say like, yeah, your match is up next. Like, I went over like, and I was supposed to be starting my matches of Tekken 8, and she's like, nope, you're out of the tourney. That's it. You're gone. so savage. Like I didn't even didn't even do anything.
You've got to give people a chance because they're often playing more than one tournament.
Yeah, yeah. And they were right next to each other as well, like face to face. It's so annoying.
Utterly insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a recent tournament we both went to. They would have a lot of interesting stories about it. That was perhaps the worst fucking... Anyway.
Yeah, there is that, but like, yeah.
But, should we go into my item? Let's go wild. It's hurting me. It's actually hurting me. All right, so this is speed done or speed none?
Nice, all right.
So what I've done here is I've got some speedrun world records.
Okay.
And how they were achieved.
Okay,
Or
that's cool.
mainly just the world record. You have to tell me, I've got 10 here, you have to tell me if that's a real world record or if it's fake for speedrunning certain games. Okay?
All right, yeah.
So number 1, Super Mario World, 41 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
These are all any percent, by the way. So this is any percent means just completing it in any way you can as fast as possible. Glitches allowed.
I've seen
41 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen that you can get to Bowser's Cut, like because you used to have to do the route where you do like a very small amount of levels, but there is a way to like on the map that they actually implemented into the game. That people sort of studied for a long time, but now you can actually just glitch to the ending. Yeah?
So do you think that's real or fake?
It's real.
Yes, you're quite right.
I saw it recently.
It uses the thing, if I recall correctly, I can't remember if this is right, but it's called arbitrary code execution. And, right, this is going to be this is an idiot's way of telling it, right?
Yeah.
But what it is like, let's say, for example, there are certain values that are stored in the memory of the game, and every time you do something in the game, you change those values. And let's say, for example, then you do a bunch of stuff that changes those values so that the code essentially changes, or those values are being read, so it's telling the cartridge you're at the end of the game. That's what people do in the Mario speedrun record. So, yes, 41 seconds is real. You can manipulate the game on the first level to get to the end. It just warps the credits.
Yeah, so now you're like... now the game's basically... Now that's over. That's over now. I mean, I thought it was over before, but now it's official.
Yeah, that's why Mario World, despite being a fucking great game, is not speedrun much at all.
No, Super Mario 3 still is, though.
Exactly, but that's because you can't do that.
No,
Number 2, Minecraft any percent. 1 minute 33 seconds.
Yeah, because you can just dig straight down. Like, you could just regenerate, and like that's what people do in it. Regen a world, just dig straight down.
Hope for the best. Right, yeah, it is real.
Yeah.
Uses a seed trick that spawns you almost directly on top of the end portal to fight the Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
That's basically
I've seen one video like that before.
Number 3, GTA San Andreas, 3 minutes 12 seconds.
To be honest, it's like, I mean, probably I'd say yes. Like, but like I don't know which ones of these are going to be fake. So I'm going. Like, I've not watched a lot of GTA speedrunning, to be honest, in it. But
so you're saying yes? You are wrong. That's a fake one. The real speedrun takes about 3 hours.
Okay, that's
which is still impressive, to be fair.
Very, yeah.
Number 4, Ocarina of Time, 3 minutes 47 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right, that's real. A glitch lets runners skip almost the entire game by wrong warping straight to Ganon.
Yeah, which I sort of really liked the whole speed running of Ocarina of Time. Because I don't really like the game that much, but then that part of it like
revived. It made the game fun to watch.
Yeah.
Number 5, Wii Sports Resort, 11 seconds.
No, that's faking.
You're right, that is fake. In actual fact, Wii Sports Resort, they tend to speedrun the individual games, and then there are categories that do all of them.
Yeah, that's usually the fake.
I don't remember how long the original one is, but there's a pretty interesting thing with Wii Sports Resort, or is it Wii Sports Golf, where getting a hole in one, because it does the replay animation, you don't want that.
No, yeah.
So people go for a hole in 2 because it's actually quicker in the game, time-wise.
Yeah.
Skyrim, 24 minutes.
It's probably faster than that, isn't it? Like, you can definitely. Oh yeah, no, because you can like catapult yourself. Like, that's fake, isn't it?
No, 24 minutes is the real one at the moment.
How is it?
I imagine it's probably because of the intro.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. It would be. Yeah.
Because the entire first part of the game is instanced, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it might. That's it. But yeah. Anyway, basically, once you get out of the intro, a horse riding exploit lets you clip through doors and skip quest lines entirely.
Yeah. Because Oblivion was a lot faster. But
and in Morrowind, do you remember? I mean, it's much faster now. But do you remember the classic Morrowind in 6 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was pretty good because you would just click through the dialogue. So the opening sequence of the game was actually really short because it was just you getting off a boat.
Yeah.
And I remember you just go get that flying spell, kill a shopkeeper as a walk through a wall spell, fly to the end, like fucking excellent, really entertaining. 7, Elden Ring, 52 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, you're right. That is real. A zip glitch flings your entire character across the entire map in seconds. Number 8, Shrek 2 for PS2. 8 minutes.
I'm not familiar with Shrek 2 speedrun. Shrek Wrestling I'm familiar with, but
Yes.
It's a speedrunning game.
Shrek 2, 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think that Shrek. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
You think it's real?
yeah.
That was fake. I don't know anything about Shrek 2. I just stuck that one in there. But as far as I know, the real speed runs are probably way longer, but they're not 8 minutes. Doom 19. Shut up. Doom 1993, 14 minutes.
No, it's a lot faster than that.
You are wrong.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh no, wait. Yeah.
No. You're right. That was a fake one.
Yeah.
The fast, it's not faster than that. It's just that the game is run on individual levels. There are full game speed runs, but bear in mind there's four chapters with 5 maps each, and each of those take so the early ones you can do in like 9 seconds, but some of the later ones take a minute themselves.
It's more favoured to do individual levels in Doom rather than do the whole thing.
The full run, yeah. But yeah, some of the later levels take like a minute, 30 seconds, things like this. So it's way more than 14 minutes, to be honest with you. But number 10, Halo 3, 1 hour 28 minutes.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, Matt.
All right, that's real.
It was incredible.
Basically,
I love I just want to get in there. That I love at the beginning because they're speaking of intro cutscenes and how you can just just avoid that whole there's a good 10 minutes that you can just avoid by grenading yourself and then yeah, I can't.
Well, but this is it. The runners, what they do is they abuse the very, very good and complicated AI in the game to use physics exploits to get through the game. That's actually very largely glitchless, but because of the game's open-ended nature and the amount of different things that can happen, you can glitch to the end very, I don't know, quickly. 1 hour, 28 minutes, but you can skip big parts of levels, basically.
Yeah.
So that was speed run or speed done. I think you did pretty well. I don't know. I never check.
I did. I got every one except
I think you got most of them right.
Yeah, I've watched most of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean they're very, very entertaining. If you could recommend a speed run for people to watch, what would it be?
I just recommend Summon and Salt Super Mario 3. Especially the Super Mario 3 one.
Yeah, he's done 2, but they're both amazing. Yeah.
Or Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah, I mean, very, very, but especially the blindfolded ones are very, very good.
Yeah.
I would recommend to watch speed runs of Virtual Hide Glide. Virtual Hide Glide.
Is that a speed run game?
Not really, but there are a couple of runs out there that were done at GDQ, and they're hugely entertaining. It's a very, very funny game to speedrun. And Sonic Ball as well was very funny. It's a fan-made game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, should we do some mail?
Here we go.
We asked you guys this time if you could go back in time and play a game for the first time, what would it be?
Yeah.
Carty, he starts off Final Fantasy XIV was probably one that stuck out to me the most. The game is great and still is to this day. I just want to relive the times where we used to raid as a group. Shout out to the Sinners Rise Free Company legends.
Well, we probably had one of the best times of our lives playing this game. And
wholeheartedly. I mean, it was one of those ones where I'd played the game a couple of times before, but I kind of ushered you through the game, and I was because there's a lot of different systems and things going on in that game. I showed you the ropes, didn't I?
Yeah.
And he's right. Like a good free company, for those that don't know, that's a guild in World of Warcraft. A good free company makes the game all the more playable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, for example, because we had a fast travel just to our free company house, which is getting harder and harder. Like, because of how the game's economy is set up, getting a house in that game is such an achievement.
Yeah.
And we managed to join a free company that had a house, and all the people on there were really nice. They give us money if we ever wanted it. They'd help us on quests if we ever wanted it. Like, really, really cool people. But yeah, I agree. I mean, look, a good MMO with decent people and socializing, you can't get better than that.
No, yeah.
But me and you played through the entirety of A Realm Reborn together, and it was fucking amazing. It was weird because I knew it was going to be a special moment because I took screenshots the entire time of all the shit would happen, and I would send them to you. Like, it was cool, man. I loved it. And, you know, like, I think I might feel a bit similar, Carty, because I watched recently a documentary called The Secret Life of Ibelin. It's like a Netflix documentary about a very, very terminally ill and disabled fellow who played World of Warcraft, and his escape was playing World of Warcraft, right? And it's about the whole stories in game, how he helped people in real life via World of Warcraft and all of this stuff. Fucking excellent documentary. But it reminded me, although not, you know, quite as bad as this fella, but it reminded me that when I was playing World of Warcraft, I was 18 years old. I was in a job I hated, thinking I had no way out, and then socialised with these people that, you know, I became friends with over the use of this game. And like, and it was a very, very special moment. I mean, it all fell apart when we all tried to meet up at Alton Towers.
Yeah.
And because I was pretending to be a woman, don't judge me, but it's because in the early game I needed cash. And if you just went up to somebody and your character was a woman and you went, this game was so hard, hee hee, somebody would give you like shitloads of money. So that's what I did. And it got to the point where I was like, fuck, we're going to meet up with these guys. So I got my mate Katie and I clued her in, and she was going to pretend to be me at the Alton Towers meetup.
That's good, yeah.
I'm fairly certain, because our guild leader was a woman. Yeah. He started rowing with people around the same time, and I'm fairly certain that he was also pretending to be a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was weird how quickly it fell apart when, as soon as we were like, we should meet up in real life.
You're only like meant to be with these people in that moment.
I think a part of it is also that there's aspects when you're socialising with these people, you can tell them as little or as much as you want about your own personal life. I mean, the people in our guild, we know our free company, we know fuck all about each other, but we do know that they were nice people that we hung out and played games with. And Final Fantasy XIV is an excellent MMO, like a really, really brilliant one. But yeah, good answer, Carty. Mumson, he says, I've had such a hard time replaying single-player games after I finish them, but I cut off Sean's penis to play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for the first time again. Preach, brother.
Yeah, but like it's not like, I mean, I don't know. It's not the best Zelda game, to be honest. But people seem to think it is. But I do need to frequent the toilets, and that is quite difficult without a penis. So I would, you know, I might die.
I do need to piss, so I need my piss. Look, shut up. No, Breath of the Wild is I'm sorry, everyone who's listening, it's a bit of a mediocre game.
Yeah,
it feels like a half-finished idea. In my opinion, I know everyone's going to get annoyed at this, and I'm sorry, but Tears of the Kingdom feels like the realisation of that idea, and I think it's a good enough Zelda game to stand up against all the rest, in a way that Breath of the Wild perhaps wasn't.
Unfortunately, because I haven't really... I played like all of the Zelda games a lot, but... the only one I've completed in recent memory, and it was really good.
Skyward Sword.
Oh, I didn't like that though. But
you played it to completion though.
I did, yeah.
Do you know it's the same with me in Breath of the Wild? I played through the whole of it just because I felt.
The only thing is, Skyward Sword would have been good if they didn't have forced Wii remote controls in there, innit?
Yeah.
Where you swing.
Well, they don't on the remake.
Oh.
But anyway, look. So you were going to say the only one you've played in recent memory.
That I've completed. But yeah, Skyward Sword was a while ago. But what's that game? The Hyrule one.
Hyrule Warriors?
No, it was.
Cadence of Hyrule.
No.
One.
No, it was a traditional Zelda game on DS.
Right, you're not really narrowing it down. You're not really narrowing it. Yes,
a new one.
Legend of Zelda. I have it off my shelf on there, but I can't see it from this distance. It was Legend of Zelda. Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, that was a very good game.
Excellent game.
Yeah, that's where they should have gone with.
I tell you what,
Zelda
look,
games.
we prefer the 2D ones.
Yeah.
They were better. You listen. You look at Ocarina of Time,
Actually, oh yeah,
right,
sorry.
versus Link to the Past, and you tell me which one has more dense, feature-rich screens on it, right? Link to the Past was like the end of an era where they did the best they possibly could with that hardware. Ocarina of Time was very, very empty, right? And the 3D ones have always been playing catch up to the 2D ones in terms of how rich they are, how funny they are, and how densely populated those worlds are. And I feel like maybe Tears of the Kingdom finally got that right.
Yeah, I think.
And Wind Waker.
I was going to say, I think Wind Waker half nails that because there's a lot of empty space in the world, but
what they did do
But when
to
the
mitigate
places you go, like,
exactly, they're perfect. But what they did do to mitigate that was make the sailing chill as fuck and really fun.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like at least they understood it in that game.
Yeah,
and
they
went,
knew
let's do
that.
something about it.
Yeah.
Like with Ocarina of Time, look at the world map. It's shit.
It's ugly and
This is why I'm excited for the remake.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask actually is probably the best 3D one, right?
that weirdly feels like a mod of Ocarina of Time.
But it is. It is.
Yeah,
And you know, like, but that one, it had the density and the depth. Okay, the world was small, but like, look, the amount of shit that was going on in that game.
I always count
and
that.
that's always been something I love about Zelda games.
I always think of Majora's Mask like being like, you know, like GTA 1 to GTA London. I don't ever think of it as being its going game. I think of it just as like...
Yes, but let's say, for example, Ocarina of Time never came out and Majora's Mask did.
Yeah.
You would go, fucking hell, that is... Like the unfortunate thing is it does reuse a lot of assets. But if you look at it entirely as its own thing, you're like, fucking hell, this is actually like something special here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is sort of a ROM hack, but it just happens to be a fucking incredible one.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect. Anyway, look, we've gone off topic here. My point is that he's saying, look, I think Tears of the Kingdom is the Majora's Mask of Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a lot of people were like less blown away by it because it reused assets from Breath of the Wild.
They just did it better than...
But if Breath of the Wild had never come out, Tears of the Kingdom is a near perfect game for me. I absolutely love it, and it's hard to divorce it from Breath of the Wild because it came out recently, used the same assets, even the same world. But it's like, but it is just Tears of the Kingdom perfected it. It's not as exciting as a brand new open world Zelda.
No,
they've always been open world, by the way. But it is, if you look at it as the thing it is, and not like as part of being linked to Breath of the Wild, it's a spectacular game. Really, really good. And Tears of the Kingdom is like one of my favourite Zeldas.
Yeah,
but Breath of the Wild was sort of mid as fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
No offence to people that liked it. Fucking Northerner, he says, Outer Wilds, no contest. The entire game is about exploring the world, which itself is one big puzzle, and so unbelievably satisfying to piece together.
I think it like sounds absolutely brilliant. But I'm probably...
It's odd because I saw him write down this question, and I've been seeing clips of that game. We've got to play it, man.
Yeah, apparently it's one of the best games ever made.
I know. The trouble is when it came out, we were playing Outer Worlds.
yeah.
A good game, but like, I feel like Outer Wilds might be a bit better.
Like Outer Wilds is like a masterpiece, apparently.
We've got to play it, man.
Yeah, like Outer Worlds was very good, but it's like just a refined version of what people already...
Fallout,
yeah.
Of modern Fallout. I feel like I watched a clip today, like, because in this game, correct me if I'm wrong, fucking, or they do messaging, you can take pictures of things, then place them within the environment, then walk into the picture.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy take a picture of the moon, put it on the floor, then jump down to the moon. And I was just like, oh, mate, I've got to play this game. And doesn't the world end every hour or so and you have to...
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it looks amazing. I have to play it. Do you know the trouble is? We've got to the point now where we're 2 months away from VS Fighting, and I need to focus on Guilty Gear until we go.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So I'm not gonna fucking play any other games. But last time we went to VS Fighting...
I mean, you probably should play Grand Blue. What about Virtua Fighter as well?
Right, enough about that. Look, anyway, Yes, I will play Grand Blue as well. But my point is that I think I will mark Outer Wilds down as the game I'm going to play after VS Fighting, because I always feel like I need a break.
Yeah, I always have it like a completely different game, like a single player game to
After
play.
the big tournament. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, thanks for the recommendation, fucking Northern. We would definitely fucking get on that. Ace, he says, I would love to delete my knowledge of Chrono Trigger. Love that game. I would love to replay it blind. When I was a kid and didn't have game FOMO, it was a great game. I've replayed it 5 times and used the guide on the second and most recent. So I think when he's talking about game FOMO here is like, you know when you play an RPG and you're worried that you're going to miss shit?
Yeah.
So he plays it with a guide now? And like, I don't know, the Chrono Trigger is a very, very, very good example, because I feel like some of the puzzles in that game work almost like a point-and-click adventure. You know when you've solved a point-and-click adventure?
Yeah.
You have to play it 30 years later to enjoy it again, to forget any of it. You know what I mean? Because if you know the puzzles, the fun is sort of gone. And Chrono Trigger's a lot like that. Like when you have to rebuild Frog's sword and you have to take it back to various different points in the past to get the different parts and then build it again. Like once you know that and you don't have to explore each town and speak to everyone to do it, isn't like a large part of the game kind of gone?
I mean, generally in 90s RPGs, I don't enjoy talking to people unless they're like Earthbound or something, you know.
Depends on the game.
Yeah. I mean, like very few were actually fun to like where. Like,
but the thing is that the Chrono Trigger it was very heavily reliant on puzzles, right? And figuring stuff out by exploring. So in that case, you got shit by exploring, and also talking to the people was quite useful for that end.
It's like trying to watch Breaking Bad a second time.
So sad, man. It is like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you really, knowing what it became, you cannot start again because you already know. Because it was about character's downfall. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, it's a tough one for me. Right, we'll do our answers. Right? My original answer was going to be Final Fantasy VII, but then I think that part of the reason why that game was so special to me was because of when I saw it and the impact it had on me. Yeah. If I played it now as an adult and just forgot the entire game, I go, wow, this was amazing for the time.
Yeah.
But you know, it isn't all time a game that stands up to the test of time, in my opinion. But
it does, yeah.
But it's so special to me because of when it came out. And it does have infinite replayability. So it's not one I necessarily think that I want to replay again from, like, to delete my memory of, because I can always go back to that game and do a new playthrough with a different style. Like, we talked about it recently. We want to do a run through of bad characters.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to do a Kate Sith run or something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or Cloud on his own.
I've read a lot about Kate Sith, but like I've only played him once in it, like out of curiosity in like the desert bit.
You use him for 5 minutes and go, oh yeah, this is actually shit. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
A bit of my recent run, I got all the enemy skills and all of this shit. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I want to delete my memory of it, but do you know what? Maybe the Metal Gear Solid series.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like if I witnessed Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 again today, it would still fucking blow my mind. But I've played them so many times. It's unbelievable.
I would say that about Mother 3, but I think every time I play it, it still has the same impact for me. And
yeah, so that's not a good candidate, because it's like
I've done it like 5 times.
Still get something new from it when you play it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I think Metal Gear Solid, you do get something new every time you play it, but also witnessing that story for the first time was fucking amazing. Like, do you remember finishing Metal Gear Solid 2 for the first time and sorry listeners, and this is pretentious, but realising that you've just played through a piece of media that is actually going to change your life. Like, that's the sort of shit I'm speaking about.
It is, yeah.
I would love to feel even an ounce of that happiness again. Yeah. But unfortunately, games like Forza Horizon 6 have stolen that feeling from me.
Yeah, those days are like
they're gone.
Yeah, like huge companies making good games.
Making meaningful experiences.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That's out the fucking window. But if... Now, I'm just putting this out there as an idea. The people that make Forza Horizon 6, if they make Metal Gear Solid 5...
I think Atlas still do that, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
But all right, you got to delete your memories of one video game. I've chosen Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, you've chosen Metal Gear Solid. Like a Dragon.
Oh, man, what a game.
I don't think personally I could, like, because I I did a lot of the side stuff as
It's a
well.
very, very long and arduous game to get through. For those that don't know, it's the first reboot of the Yakuza series. It's called Like a Dragon, and they changed it into a JRPG.
It's always bothering me that I never did the second one, never completed it, because it's also brilliant as well.
I will, but I'm less interested in the Hawaii setting.
I don't mind, because I don't mind that it was in Japan. I like the look of it, that it was in Japan, but I don't mind it being anywhere, to be honest.
That said, because the games are so thoroughly, incredibly long to play, it's a little bit like, you know, when you read a very, very, very long book.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed the Game of Thrones books. I could imagine starting that again. Imagine starting Naruto again from the beginning.
But that's just the main story. You got like 100 different games within the game as well. Like you got a whole racing.
Exactly.
game.
So the point is that I love that game. It'll go down as one of my favourite JRPGs of all time.
Yeah.
But it's a good answer because going back and going,
the
I've
ending.
got 150. The ending actually made me cry.
You know, like the meme of Tom sitting back with a cigar. It's like, you know, like that.
It is literally like that. You're just like, fucking hell, that. And look, that game, but it is very long and it's very deep, and you have to be in the right mindset for about 3 months to finish it.
Yeah, you have to commit to it. And like I committed to a lot of the racing mini game, which was like why can't I remember that name? Like the name of the game? Because
what was the racing mini game?
The
one where you go around on the bike.
It was Dragon Kart.
Oh, Dragon Kart, yeah.
But it's based on one of Sega's, like the first kart game that ever came out.
Konami Crazy Racers? No.
It was on the arcade. Drift Rush. No.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I know the one you mean. Yeah, because I was the same. It's like, this is an 150-hour JRPG, and I'm here doing like all this side shit. Like
not to mention some of the only legal ways, like because they got like Sega arcades. Some of the only legal ways to play certain games, such as Asian Dynamite, are on those games.
Asian Dynamite. I forget the other game, but they're also Daytona USA 2.
A fully fledged Virtua Fighter 5 as well.
You can play Virtua Fighter 5, which they're selling on Steam within Yakuza right now. So funny, man. Yeah, Like a Dragon, good answer. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I've thought about replaying it because that game made me feel things. However, God, it's a commitment.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Mental.
That's probably why I haven't done the second one, really, to be honest.
Oh, shit, I've just realised. Fucking Radio Silence had his answer, and we've already done our answers.
The name is very apt.
Radio Silence, sorry, mate, you're too quiet. It's good, it's funny, it's amusing. He says Deus Ex, obviously, best game ever.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
Sean, you've never finished it, though.
I haven't finished it, but...
Sean, that is one, right, that...
It is one of those games, isn't it, really?
If you were to sit down and play it, it's one of those ones, like Metal Gear Solid 2, like a Dragon... You'll sit down at the end and it will change your life. It's one of those.
Yeah,
it's so special.
Yeah. I've dabbled. I haven't played it.
That's it. Ace, he followed up with Radio Silence's one, and I think we'll go into normal questions now, because he said he's owned this game, he's owned Deus Ex since launch and cannot get into it. Are there any ways to modernise it and make it more playable by today's standards? Now, I'll say this, right? I go to uni with a bunch of young people, right? One of the guys who's 24, which is not that young, but he only likes AAA games, right? He only likes The Last of Us, God of War, shit like this. Which is fine, that's his taste. And I was like, but he loves Fallout. And I said to him, look, if you want the best, most special fucking story in the entire series, go back and play Fallout 1.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I know you only like games with really good graphics. Fallout 1 does have good graphics.
Yeah, it does,
Maybe for the time, but they're also quite stylized and they look decent now. They look decent enough, right?
There's certain techniques you need to set people up with if they're going to play the game, though.
Yes, and I said to him, right, just imagine you're in 1995 when you're playing this game.
Yeah.
Imagine that, and I was like showing him footage of other games, and I was like, imagine this is the best thing you've ever seen, and then go back and play Fallout 1. Get into a certain mindset before you play it, and you will have a fucking good time with it.
Amount of, like, my PC at that time couldn't play that game.
No, yeah. Like, well, we always had shit PCs growing up, but like, I told him, imagine that, and he went home and just before he played it, got himself into that little mindset. Imagine he was in his little house in 1995 with a fucking CRT monitor, and he sat down, he played it, and he enjoyed it. Yeah. And I think Deus Ex, to be honest, there's not. there's some things, like, for example, the fact that you still have a percentage to hit even when you directly hit a person, right? And there's some things that are janky about it, but there are some things that are intuitive that modern games don't even get right in Deus Ex. Like the physics stuff, like the fact that you can solve a lot of puzzles by stacking boxes up and then climbing up some shit. Like, the exploration of environments is way better in that game than it is in most modern games. So my point is that, like, instead of sitting down and getting in that mindset of like, the jank annoys me, get into the mindset of the freedom excites me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The jank is shit, but you know, the only thing I will say, Ace, is there's a current mod that updated to Unreal Engine 5, and it's still got all the old models, but the lighting looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
There's also that, and if there's also the what is it? Female JC Denton mod. I don't know if you want to play that.
Yeah.
But there's not much you can do to update it into modern sensibilities. But just bear in mind that in some ways it was more advanced than games nowadays, and it offered more freedom than those games. Enjoy that bit. Get through the jank. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, and don't play the Xbox 360 game.
In fact, you know what? The creator of it was his name, Warren Spector, which even sounds fucking cyberpunk as shit.
Yeah.
He said the best version is the PS2 one. So if you want to play it on a more modern feeling thing, get a PS2 emulator, play it on there, and the controls have been mapped to a controller. On the keyboard, it basically uses every button on the keyboard, and it's a fucking nightmare to remember.
No, I meant the game that Squaresoft made that they called Deus Ex, but wasn't Deus Ex.
Oh, the modern one. Yeah, those are awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
But and also even Deus Ex 2 is shit.
Yeah.
The entire series is terrible except for this one game that it happens to be one of the best of all time. But no, get it on a PS2 emulator, and it's playable on a controller in the same way that, say, Fallout 3 is. Right? That's my.
I'm also sort of surprised that nobody sort of mentioned Planescape Tormentor, because that was kind of another one really for me. But you know, like,
as for what, like a game that
it's like really
you want to delete your memory of.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that, because once you I won't say it because there's probably people out there that are waiting to play it. If you're a D&D player, play Planescape Torment. But there's a twist in that game that recontextualizes everything that is mind blowing. And if you once you know it, it's you got one playthrough left in you. Basically, you cannot continue to play it after that.
In the when it was released, I think it was like the 90s when it Planescape. Yeah,
Something like that.
It was always like literally every like best of all time list. It was always number one, isn't it?
And yet it still fucking is. Deus Ex is the same.
Yeah.
Some games out there just are absolutely timeless. Right, let's go on to normal questions.
Sure.
Fucking Northerner, he says, insert into a tier list. Right, so we got 3 things, and we need to rank them how we like them, right? So the first one is story-driven games like walking sims, computer RPGs like Fallout, Planescape Tournament.
We got walking sims mixed in with RPGs.
So games that are entirely driven by story.
Okay.
Right, like Last of Us, Planescape Tournament, walking sims, things like that, right? So that's one category. The second category is challenging games like Bullet Hell, Souls-likes, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta. And the third category is non-challenging gameplay-driven games like farming sims, mainline Pokemon titles, and Donut County. So we've got story-driven games, challenging games, non-challenging gameplay-driven games. Right, so what's the bottom in the tier list? It's the non-challenging,
all the way at F tier is the last one that you said.
To be honest, mate, I despise that type of game.
Yeah, like it's just like it's just been wacky, like, or like I don't know. Look at me.
I cannot take games that have no friction, and in fact, that's what fucking Forza is nowadays, right? Yeah. I don't like games that have no friction, and I'm sorry to say this, but Stardew Valley is that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's fucking brainless. Like, you always succeed in that game. You're just choosing the manner in which you succeed. Yeah. We don't like those types of games here. Now, the next two, that's going to be harder to rank.
I don't think so.
But story-driven games, right? The games that have incredible stories.
It comes close. I mean, it's
challenging games.
It's a necessity for me to, like, in my sort of I mean, I don't play as many, but when I do, like I always used
wait,
to.
wait,
That's
Sean,
the main thing. Like, I want to explain, but
sorry.
challenging games also include fighting games. So I will,
Yes, however, your favourite game of all time, Mother 3, right?
Yeah. That's a story.
That's a story-driven game, and okay, it has its challenging bits, but is it the point, right? The best games in the world, right?
Outrun,
This is
one of the most challenging games.
What is?
Outrun.
Yeah, I agree. But no, my point is just let me shut up for a minute. Right. This is a quote directly from Yahtzee Croshaw, but it does apply, and I feel like people will vibe with it, right? Right. All games need to include the 3 C's. So it's challenge, context, catharsis, right?
Yeah. It's the triangle.
It's the triangle, right? Your game needs to do all 3, but succeed massively at 1 to be a good game, right?
Yeah.
So in the case of Mother 3, that's a story-driven game that has good challenge in it as well. And good context.
Yeah, like even like down to like execution, you could choose to do it or not, innit?
And good catharsis, right? So it's got the 3, but it excels most in
story.
Exactly, right? So that's one of your favorite games of all time. That's a story game.
It's cracking, man. But
then you're saying, but challenging games, would you put them up there above story-driven games?
I'd say like I don't know, because like you got fighting games, you got Geometry Dash, which is like kind of one of the best games ever made,
but to be honest, I would say
Mario's like Super Mario 3, if you want to,
But I would say that where I fall on the line is the stuff I enjoy the most are challenging games.
Yeah,
right?
me too. Yeah,
however,
it's tough though.
Then you look at Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Elden Ring. That's a story game.
Yeah, but you don't have to care about it. But
that's a good point.
Yeah,
you don't have to care about it, but it does. It does succeed massively as being a story game and a challenge game. It's one of those rare examples, and a catharsis game.
Yeah, like none of the Souls games have done that before.
Okay, so there are very, very few that have all 3, but sometimes there are some. But I would say, look, for me, bottom tier, non-challenging gameplay-driven games, right? I very, very rarely play them. Even Pokemon, always do it Nuzlocke.
Yeah,
Even the first time I play a Pokemon game, because it adds challenge into the game. I think story games are B tier, and I think A tier are challenging games for me.
Yeah.
It's just what I always play.
But it's close. It's very close.
It's very close, because story games are the ones that have blown my mind, whereas the ones I enjoy playing the most are challenging games, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we just spoke about how brilliant Deus Ex and Planescape Torment are, and they have to go down as some of the best games of all time because of the story that they're telling and the manner in which they tell it. However, when I look on the most like profound and fun experiences and the ones I've enjoyed the most, it's all challenging shit.
Yeah.
Right. The main things I play are fucking shmups and fighting games, and then just beneath that, JRPGs. So story games, they're almost on the same tier, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Almost, but challenging games.
But I think you need both of those to like. I don't know.
Those are what games are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The non-challenging games, if you play those, are you a bitch?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Mumson, he says, shag, marry, kill. He says the F word, but I hate using it in that context. Shag, for those that don't know, who are not living in England, means make love to. Make love to, marry, kill, Gabe, Kojima, Todd Howard.
I've got to kill Todd, innit?
Kill Todd. Yeah, that's easy, man.
Yeah.
That is easy.
Yeah.
Do you have sex with Kojima, though? Do you know what? This question's kind of easy, right? Gabe?
Yeah,
he's got a cuddly
Gabe. He's got a boat. He's got a boat, man.
He's got a boat.
Marry Gabe, man.
Would you know what? Actually, that was what first...
Kojima seems a bit unstable to marry.
And
I don't want to have sex with him.
I was going to say, and he's gay, but then I am a man, so that works.
Well, Gabe is gay.
You idiot, Kojima's gay.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. What, he's gay?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, no, he is. Yeah.
Closeted.
He's hinted at it. Oh, he's closeted.
Yes, when I first met my wife,
that's what I meant.
I asked her, first question I asked her, I said, do you have a boat? She said, yes. And I was like, well, let's get married. Look.
It turns out like...
But let's just bear in mind one
She had some lifeboat mints in her.
Mince? Like mince beef?
No, like mints, like...
Like mincing about and that?
Like peppermint.
Like gays?
Peppermint.
Fucking, just bear in mind, right? Everyone has this perception of Gabe Newell like he's a fucking cuddly fella.
No, I think
He's a businessman.
No, I think to be fair, like with him, it's the fact that he does it right. He's got that
To
sort
an
of
extent, yeah.
He's got that 90. Yeah, I mean, he's got that sort of. He's got that old school sort of business mind where, like, if you do something right, then the customers are going to keep returning.
And if
like
you treat your employees with respect, they'll do good work.
yeah, and if you exactly, and like if you like fairly price things, then people are gonna like come back, and that's what I do.
Because
like,
we all hate the fact that we don't own shit anymore, and the digital storefronts are taking over. But to be honest, the convenience of Steam actually outweighs collecting physical games for me.
But you do own it. You like every time you buy a Steam game, you have a license. You have the file on your computer. You know that
Technically, you could repack it if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I get you.
That's
But it's
that's part of the appeal for me.
Steam makes
personally.
it more accessible than, say, like look at the 360.
Yeah.
When it came down to it, it was like there were certain games when they just got delisted. It's just like they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
Whereas thanks to the tireless work of some repackers, you can download Forza Horizon 4 despite it not being on Steam anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so Game Newell.
You have a license
Actually,
to own the game.
You don't. You don't own it, Sean. You don't own it. The files are on your computer, but you don't own it.
Oh, okay.
But luckily, the files are on your computer, so you can manipulate it if you want to. Look, do you think Gabe Newell got into games because his name sounds like game, but if you have a code?
Yeah. Like sort
What do you do for a living, Gabe?
Well, he's like game know-it-all, so it's like, you know, yeah.
Yes.
Reaching a bit. But...
right, you'd marry Gabe because if he treats his employees well, he's probably going to treat you well.
Yeah, and he's got a boat.
He has done it, and he's got a boat. He's done it for years. He's treated his staff with respect.
He has.
Boom.
Yeah.
So let's go. Right, Gabe, we're marrying him. You have sex with Kojima because it will be a funny story to tell that you've met Kojima, and during the sex, he's probably going to say a lot of weird shit, isn't he?
I think he's one of those guys who's really chaotic. Like, you know, sort of like people like who are like. I think there's
like
one,
your ex.
Like, no, like actually, like you know, like Youngblood, innit? You know that guy, and he just like for some reason, like suddenly, he'll just like leave his wife to then like go on the road in Australia, like in Queensland in the desert or whatever.
You're quite right. You'd be in a relationship with Kojima, and it would be bad news because we spoke about once where he's trying to scan a real fucking ghost into a game. He would have an idea like that, and he'd fuck off for 5 months, and you wouldn't see him. That's what it'd be.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
He's definitely got that energy.
That said, Youngblood is wacky for the sake of it.
Yeah,
sorry,
yes.
mate. It's so put on. It's unbelievable.
Well, he sort of claims that he's autistic.
Oh, God.
And he hides behind it like some people
That's
do.
a fucking lie.
Yeah.
DWE, though, the Grime MC,
Legend.
he's autistic.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, nice.
I love him. But did you see that? Do you know what? I thought Youngblood seemed like a nice. Sorry, listeners, seemed like a nice fella until I saw that fucking video. You know, he's doing a signing, and a guy comes in, and he's like,
It's not female, unfortunately. So
I bet it comes out. Anyway, look. Guy comes in and goes, "Oh, you then? Why should I care?" And Youngblood, he goes, "I make music, yeah." It's like if the Beastie Boys and the Sex Pistols were fucking, and Justin Bieber was filming it. And I cringed so hard. I'm like, okay, so you're saying what you're trying to say is you make pop music, but you wear eyeliner. Cool.
I thought he knew he was like making bad music, but trying to. He believes that he's trying to create, like he's actually said it himself, that he makes sort of bad music, but creates a good environment. Like that's what he thinks. I
suppose so. Maybe he's spreading it, but
I strongly disagree.
Listen, what I disagree with is that any notion that what he's doing is punk.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. He's about as punk as fucking Enya.
Yeah.
It's outrageous to even go. It's like, but Justin Bieber filming it.
If you got black hair and gel, and you're not a punk.
Exactly. Totally. Right. So, Carty, he says, my question, what composer would you like to hear make an OST for a game outside of their usual genres? Okay. E.g., Yoko Shimomura for an SPA game. I can't fucking
We
speak.
did have this question last time.
Yes, but we answered it and we had to cut it out because we ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
For an FPS game, Dave Wise for an ARPG.
Oh, Dave Wise.
Who's Dave Wise again?
He's the bloody rare guy, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, he created all the music.
Are you certain about that?
Yeah, go on.
Right, okay, I'm going to Google it. Right, look, my answer last time
Donkey
was...
Kong.
Shut up. Donkey Kong. David
Do you remember
White.
he was at Eurogamer?
No, it wasn't him. It was the other fucking Rare composer. What was his name?
Grant Kirkenthorpe.
Not Kirk.
I can't remember.
Grant Kirkhope.
I can't
not
remember.
Kirkenthorpe.
I can never remember his last name, but I was not. Yeah.
David Wise is a video game. He was known for a composer at Rare. All right, fair enough. All right. Okay. Right, listen. I'll just give my answer from last time, right? We talked about this, and we came to the conclusion that, like, often composers are picked for doing exactly what they're fucking good at. And I would say that probably my favourite top 2 composers of all time, Nobu, obviously, because I'm a weeb, but also Jeremy Soule. And Jeremy Soule, what his influence on my music as well is ridiculous. But also I like the fact that because he makes the best ambient music known to man, right? But one thing where I feel like he's not as celebrated as he should be is his more bombastic, epic tunes. The theme tune to Oblivion, I could hear that and I could go out and kill a dragon, probably. Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
and the fucking main theme from Morrowind, man. I tear up when I listen to that.
Yeah, it's well good, man.
And so what I would like to see him do is like a character action game a la Devil May Cry, maybe about pirates or some shit. Like just something that is epic all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to being like his usual ambient type stuff, which is great. But I'd like to see him represented in other areas.
Why do we need to give money to taxes and social security? That money needs to go to fun stuff, like chicken nuggies and milkshakes.
Chris Hillsback. Yeah.
Chris Hillsback.
Hillsback. Some of the best music ever created. I've got 2 answers, actually. Well, he created a lot of great Amiga sort of like, so with him, it was like really epic scores for Turrican. So I would really like to see him do like a JRPG, like a, I don't know, man, like some of that like music that, like, I mean, the games were amazing, but having it like on that game. No, I mean the games were brilliant.
The way that Amiga music sounded was so unique.
Yeah.
I don't know what his fucking name was, but the guy that composed Savage.
That was one of the worst tunes, and that was still good.
It's still good, yeah.
I mean,
right. What's your other answer, though?
Also, like at the moment, I mean, also like another Amiga related. Barry Leach, who did the soundtrack for Lotus Turbo Challenge.
Oh, what a game.
Which is one of the best soundtracks ever made. He's also done Horizon Chase Turbo, which didn't really hit for me, but a lot of people like that. It was a semi revival of that, but the music was incredible.
But listen, what was it? The Lotus game for Amiga?
Yeah.
Like people don't realize, well, like younger people don't realize, like back in the day when you wanted to hear a song from a game, you had to play the game.
Yeah.
And how many times would that? Because that Lotus game was like a very, very fun game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
but the music was even more fun than the game.
Yeah, we wanted to play it.
Just play it just to listen to the tunes. Like the bombing mission music on FF7, I would always play that just to listen to the song.
Yeah.
Like, and it was either that or unless they released it on CD, which was rare. But yeah.
But he did Lotus. He did what was the other one? Horizon Chase Turbo, which a lot of people liked. I didn't really like it. It was like a revival of that. It was like almost good. I think, in my opinion, the soundtrack was amazing. He did He did like the last one I saw him do was a very obscure football game in 2022. I just think
Barry Veach, yeah.
Barry Leach, and I think he, to be honest, like I don't know, just like deserves better. I think we just need to put him on like a fighting game or something, can it?
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
My other one is Jake Kaufman. I don't know if he worked on Mean in the Hollower, but he was the guy that did the soundtrack for Shovel Knight. Right?
I thought he was going to. I mean, he's one of my.
He must have done, surely.
Yeah.
If he hasn't, that's a fucking crime. But I love his music. I mean, he nailed, like with Shovel Knight. See, back in the day with those old NES games, you had like, if you imagine music as being a series of stems or tracks, right? Like the Beatles, for example, recorded their albums all on a 4-track thing, so they can only have 4 recordings layered on top of each other at once. On the NES, I think the Famicom was different, but the Western edition, you had 2 audio tracks to work with at any given time. So 2 sounds could only be playing at the same time with a third one for doing drums, right? And Jake Kaufman sort of nailed that feeling, because what composers would have to do, and this is why NES music sounds so great, is because they couldn't add depth by introducing layers. What they would do is they would make the melodies very complicated, make the songs very fast, and they'd often use arpeggiators, like in the case of the Spectrum and Amiga. You know, like how all the backing tracks always went...
Yeah.
And like they would use that to do chords instead of playing notes at the same time, because they couldn't. Right, and Jake Kaufman nailed that with Shovel Knight, where he's layered all of these like fucking different, very intense melodies on top of each other. But I think his best work was in his earlier, lesser known games before he did chiptune music. He's an incredible composer that I think is not wasted. Because Shovel Knight is amazing, but I wish you could do a game that didn't have a retro style look.
Yeah, definitely.
Because his first game that he ever did was Boot Hill Heroes, which was a 16-bit soundtrack, and therefore he had a lot more freedom to work with more layers. And the songs are fucking incredible.
They're great. I mean,
mid as fuck game, but like the soundtrack is so good.
The game was like, to be fair, like I haven't really thought about it for a while, but that was one of the like biggest letdowns I've ever had with the game.
So much promise.
Yeah,
unbelievably
like the
good
trailer.
battle system.
The trailer looks incredible, man.
But fucking hell, it was just full of busy work. Like, and even he released a fixed edition that was still shit. But that was like Jake Kaufman's first game that he composed on, and it's fucking incredible. Boot Hill Heroes. Just go and listen to the soundtrack. Don't play the game.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him do a modern 3D game.
Yeah.
I think that is it for questions. Do stick around though, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got one final segment after the contact info where we will talk about do the sound test, where we talk about songs in games specifically, and Sean will pick a song to play us out of the podcast. Thank you everyone for sending your questions and answers in. If you want to do the same, please do contact us on the Discord, which will be in the description. Let's do an outro.
Quite fucking anyway.
Move! No! What the fuck? I'm getting really sick of you! Get out now! No! Get out! Get out! No! No! No!
What's the email address if people want to get in touch?
luckyandwild@gmail.com.
Wrong. luckyandwildpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, that's a bit better, actually.
It is, yeah, because you know we're a podcast. Discord.
You can hit us up on the Lucky and Wild Discord, man.
Where'd you find that, man?
I'm not like technically minded. You had to invite me to it.
Just click the link.
Well, I'm technically minded, but I don't know about
You
that.
are not technically minded, man. You thought getting a PS2 emulator was too much of a faff.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though. That was like 20 years ago, man.
It wasn't. It was when we were going.
It was like 24 or whatever you're going to say.
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say it was last year when we were going to VS Fighting, and I suggested that you get a PS2 emulator so we could play some games, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know, mate. Seems a bit like tough." So that was a year ago.
Yeah, but mate, like I guess because I haven't done it in so long. It used to be.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't know how to download a file and run an exe, man.
Yeah, but
like,
it used to be quite difficult.
Yeah. It used to be when the last time you played emulators, and it was when the PS2 was out. Yes.
Last time I played it, I played emulators.
You don't play emulators, man. You think they're too hard. You're not technically minded. Right, Patreon. Also links in the description. That's patreon.com/luckyandwild. If you want to be as cool as Kate, and bear in mind she is the coolest person ever made.
Yeah, like be like Kate.
Do. She's great. Right, should we do the sound test?
Sound test.
Right, now this time...
Also, I can't believe that we didn't mention this in the other bit. Oh, yeah, no, go on. Like, yeah.
No, this time I'm going to... Because every time it's your turn to pick a song for the podcast and you're trying to describe it, I always talk over it and I interrupt and shit like that.
No, you can do it this time.
No, I'm not doing your fucking sound test.
Go ahead.
Right, for those that don't know, this is where we pick a song from a video game to play us out of the podcast, usually one with an interesting story. Sure, it's your turn.
It always goes south, though, when...
No, it goes south because I always interrupt and I say stupid shit, because essentially we're off the clock here in this bit. Probably nobody listens. So, but this, what I was saying, Sean, if you'd let me fucking finish, is I'm going to be respectful this time, and I'm not going to interrupt.
All right, yeah, so I'll chuck me your phone.
You want my phone?
Yeah, please.
There you go, mate. Right, you do your segment. Begin.
Yeah, all right.
Start.
Well, like, it's weird that we didn't mention...
What are you bringing to the table
Yeah, it's weird
this
that
time?
It's
No,
weird.
what didn't we mention? Sorry. So, no, I've interrupted again. I've done it. No, do not. You must read it, Sean.
Luck in our podcast.
No, don't, Sean. All right, I won't do it. I won't. I promise I won't speak again. I promise I won't. Right, sit back down. He's going to leave, ladies and gentlemen. Right, go for it.
All right. Yeah. Well, I just can't believe that we didn't mention at all, like when we were talking about parking garage rally circuit, the music.
Well, we say garage in this country, don't we?
No, you said garage.
What do you say?
Would you call it garage?
Car holes. All right, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Like. So yeah, we didn't mention like throughout the whole of this, like the parking garage rally circuit. Like sort of oh man,
Sorry, no, I was no. Do finish. I'm just gonna. No, I'm
it's
just
not possible to finish.
I'm gonna go down. I'm not gonna look at you this time. I'm not gonna look at you. I was doing a silly face. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
I'm never picking any songs.
No, please, Sean, pick this up. No, because you've got. Just start off from where you left off. Start from where you left off.
Wow, how does like toxic energy suddenly appear?
I don't know. Sorry, is my phone locked? Yeah. Right, I'll unlock it for you, mate. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go on.
All right, yeah. Well, I'll just because like you're gonna leave all this in as well, aren't you?
I won't leave it in. I won't. I'll cut it out.
No, yeah, I was just going to say, like, we didn't mention throughout the whole of Parking Garage Rally Circuit review, like, how amazing the soundtrack is. And it was done by one band, the Holophonics. So, yeah, this is from one of the levels. It's got, like, so many good different sounds. They're like a ska band, but, yeah, so they've done, like, poppy ones, like the San Francisco one. But then you got this one... like which is titled Hamburg. Some of them have like actual names. So this is from one of the new levels, the DLC. So this, I just thought I'd recommend the band.
Well, also look, this is one of those cases, and I'm going to be serious for a minute there, where it's like a genre I don't usually like, but it fits so perfectly with the game that I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, but this one. They
do some drum and bass shit on it.
They're sort of like like this. Like they occasionally they'll I've put here they'll occasionally break borders, such as this song being ska and also prog rock.
Hell yeah,
it's insane. But they've also done the classic sound really well. Like,
all right, yeah, great, good recommendation.
So
I'm really sorry about that a minute ago. Right, but you have to admit, for the last minute, I did really well at not saying anything. It took everything. I
wasn't angry. It's just very difficult to like sort of do anything.
Sorry, man. Sorry. But just to describe what I was doing, I was trying to stretch my face to ridiculous. I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, I've been Harrison Hunt.
Yeah, and I've been Sean Hunt.
And remember that we don't know what we're talking about, but neither do you. This is the Homophobics with Hamburg.
Holophonics.
Close enough.
Because I want people to listen, to the band. Because like that song only has 244. They're like really talented band.
They are, to be fair.
Yeah.
All right, this is the Homophobics.